Hadrian, who your name is named after, the emperor, outlaws circumcision throughout the empire. And then it's a big deal, right? Then it becomes like, oh, I don't want to convert to Judaism because I'd be breaking the empire's law and I might get in real trouble with the empire. So Paul's move makes a lot of sense in the second century, not quite as much sense in a first century context. And that's one of Spearline's points. But he has a whole bunch of
So
like intertextual things.
Kurt, I have a question for you.
Thank you.
Do you believe Muhammad was magical?
Come on, we've already talked about this.
What? Did we?
You know that I don't think that it's likely that there was a prophet whose name was Muhammad.
Oh, right. No, why I'm asking is because I'm about to reveal myself to Tacos and to Nobody on Fire by saying something funny I read in a hadith. And that is that Muhammad spit in a well, and that well became filled with water and blessed, so everybody could drink it. And Muhammad spit has magical properties.
Well, so do the Ajwa dates.
Oh yeah, the Ajwa dates. Yeah, but no, this is Muhammad's spit.
Yeah, but I still think a business model that sells like Ajwa date powder as like a detoxifier to yoga moms is a decent.
I still think it's funnier to think that like Muhammad went around and spit on people, and people thought that they would be blessed and healed.
Right, but you understand that like that's just natural. Like that's how tales of holy figures.
I'm trying to redeem myself, Tacos, and Nobody on Fire to be funny here. Come on, give me a break.
Oh, but that wasn't funny.
It's not funny.
Tacos, was that funny?
It's a funny story.
I don't think he
see, it made him zone out. You know what
I mean?
Yeah. I think we have a very different sense of humor.
That's partially true, I'm sure. Yeah. Anyway, so Adrian, my point is that in Revelation,
there's a difference between very different senses of humor and no sense of humor.
Yes, and you have no sense of humor, Taco.
Okay. So anyway, Adrian, in Revelation, when the giant, like massive dragon serpent gets called the deceiver, that's the only straight reference to anything that you could even take as Genesis 1 or Genesis 2, I mean. Like you don't have like anything in the New Testament that describes Satan as having been in the Garden of Eden. It's in the like Second Temple Jewish literature that happens, but none of it is directly in the New Testament.
What do you call a Mexican? What do you call a Mexican without a car?
Okay, I don't think this is the kind of joke that anybody's going to find funny.
Carlos.
Yeah.
Now, my question to you, Kurt, would that depend on? And I'm just learning about these. On would that depend on the literal text, the Byzantine text,
or no, there's no direct,
no reference
anywhere in the New Testament that's canonical to any church that I know of that lays out that the dragon in Revelation is the Satan from the Garden of Eden who was the snake.
I think the funniest thing with Samuel is that he keeps getting less funny every time he says something. And not only does it just get less funny, it gets like incriminating.
What?
I mean,
it was a fun joke. Mexican, what do you call a Mexican that is Carlos?
You're going to say it again.
You go from inviting children over for candy to
don't even.
Come on, dude.
I mean, that's a man. You did that to yourself, bro. That's all I got.
Dude, it's fucking trick or treating on Halloween. What the hell?
Okay,
on Halloween,
here's
though.
The thing.
On Halloween.
When people laugh spontaneously, that's what's funny. The thing that they laughed after it was said, that is funny. That's what you're shooting for. Don't you think what I said was funny? When you've said that, then you're not funny.
Well, again, I think my sense of humor is fun. You guys are just a bunch of buskills. And then you try to incriminate me by,
how did you spell the word
trying
there?
to make me into a monster? What the fuck?
Did you mean to say buzz kills and you said buskills?
I said buskill.
Okay,
you guys are just messing with me right now.
It's buzzkill.
I said buzzkill.
My buzz.
I said buzzkill. You just fucking with me.
You really need to hit that Z sound and not replace it with an S, because the way you're
I said
saying
buzz.
it,
Yeah, so
like
I don't think many people
I
were
said
interested in joining
buskill.
my panel or anything today. There's a lot going on Halloween, a lot
What
of
up, Jay?
protesters going
Good
on,
evening,
so
bro.
I'm just gonna do something else.
Same old same, bro. You already know.
Trying to get through all this.
And right now, that is
jokes.
hanging out with the atheists.
Yeah, Jay Money is on my
And,
side. That's good. Jay Money.
Picking my spots.
I mean,
seeing what happens.
Just
keep it
on Halloween, man. Keep it on Halloween, not the
joke.
next day. Not the next day. Keep it on Halloween. Only today.
We need Howdy's
no candy
DJ
for kids
Khaled
tomorrow.
drops.
Hey, little Timmy, where are you going? It's the 26th. I got invited back over for candy.
Oh my god, bro! I mean,
Dude, why do you even do that, man? I don't deserve that shit.
Oh wow!
Well, why did you say the shit?
It wasn't supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be just an answer to trick or treating.
That's probably the funniest shit you ever said.
It's trying to do something nice and you turn it into something that's very, very wrong.
Oh my
god!
Goodness gracious!
I guess it's just being mean.
So was that? So was that a Superman comparison to Jesus? Did I hear that correctly?
I'm just trying, Jay, I'm trying to get my mind around like how the incarnation could work, and the closest I could come to was Kal-El.
That was a good analogy. Hey, Kurt, the way you laid down Superman and the Terrell and the I like the storyline you was going with it. You had me follow it pretty good. Even though I lost the last little part of it, I was following it, and that's what's up. I like how you laid it down. That's what's up.
All right. Jarrell. Did I say that he wasn't? He does put himself in a crystal,
your voice
though.
Is very deep and manly today.
Yeah, but I'm not saying they're the same.
Voice like 8 octaves lower than it normally is.
I'm not saying they're the same. I'm saying that there are multiple identities in Kal-El that he's aware of, right? And then I'm not saying Jarrell is God the Father. I'm saying he put himself in a crystal. That's not the same as being the head of the universe. That's just you're in a crystal. But he's able to come out of the crystal and still talk to his son in the Fortress of Solitude, which is, cool. I mean, that's cool. I wish my dad had been able to go into a crystal. That would be fun. I would enjoy that.
Yeah, me too. That's that sci-fi.
That's what Jay Money wants, DeFreak.
Exactly.
Jay Money wants to be Jarrell.
Yeah, something like that. Then I could always guide my kids and my kids. You know what I'm saying?
In Roman households, when someone would die who was like the father, they would take a plaster cast of their death face, and then they had to worship all the faces lined up, going all the way back. Yeah,
exactly. That's a whole lot of work. I wouldn't want nobody worship over my dead body. Oh heck no.
I do. Like one of the big
heck no.
Constantine was solving in the 4th century was that Roman religion had just gotten so ornate that it took people like 2/3 of their time just dealing with all the rent seekers and different priests of different deities that needed this or that at all the times of the year. Nobody could get anything done. So he just wanted one-stop shop where that's where you go. This is how you do the God stuff, and then get back to work. For a lot of people, it probably felt a lot better. Yeah, and right, but Christianity got rid of all that too. So, Freak, do you think that
Nobody on fire
that,
says J Money that would make you Goku. Thank you for the super chat. That's greatly appreciated.
Great.
Also, we are a little bit behind on that goal, people. So if you're enjoying the show, please consider supporting the show with a super chat. You could also share the show with a friend by clicking the youtube.com link at the top of the screen and copy pasting that to everybody you know in Discord and saying, come watch the best show ever or participate. That'd be great.
It's the best show ever because I'm here.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Giving candy to the kids, Sam. Everybody.
Okay. You know what? You know what? I will. No. Listen to this.
Candy to the kids on the
yourself,
day
man.
after.
Treating
to yourself,
I
man.
will not buy any candy. I will not even open the door for them. And when they ask me why, I will tell them because a couple of assholes on YouTube destroyed Halloween. Okay, you destroyed Halloween. Okay, so
we
them not being able to trick or treat will be on your hands. Okay,
so let me be
you just
clear,
destroyed
Samuel.
Halloween
The
for
reason
me
this is
and
funny.
a couple of people. Okay, so
clear,
it's your fault.
Let me be very
You
clear. The
destroyed
reason this
Halloween.
is funny is because none of us think that you're a kid diddler. We think you're just a ding dong. That's too socially inept to understand
That's
why
what it
it's
is.
bad.
What
I understand
it is.
Of course, I understand it. It's still not being fun. The implications of what you're saying is still not being very much fun for me.
Okay,
but I'm rolling with it just to make you understand that you're a fucking couple of assholes right now.
Okay, so Sam, we'll get off the topic then. I do want to poll the audience, and anybody up on the panel. Is there anybody who thinks that Superman and Clark Kent aren't the same thing?
No, they are the same thing.
I think we should do a poll on if it's okay to invite the children over from Halloween the next night because you forgot to get candy.
That was a good comeback.
Yeah, I know, right? There we go.
That was a good pullback.
Damn, man. It better be 100% straight nothing. You know what I mean? It better be.
Tacos just destroyed Halloween for me, so
you ruined my Halloween.
I think this is a situation where it's acceptable.
Fuck off.
At least you funny now.
Do something nice and talk about my day.
Hey, Sam. Hey, Sam.
No.
Hey, Sam. What I'm about to say. Now you can't say.
No.
You can't say tacos ain't got no humor.
Guilty.
You can't say tacos ain't got no sense of humor. That's it. Right. That's all I wanted to say. You can't say that.
And you turn it into this fucking shit show. Fuck you, tacos.
Come on.
Hey, you can't say he don't have no sense of humor. I mean, now you can't say that.
Not if it's gonna incriminate me.
But you incriminated you.
No, I fucking did it. No, I fucking did it. You just read into it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Okay,
you incriminated yourself, bro.
Freak, do you think Superman is Clark Kent? Like they're the same thing?
Just for reminder and confirmation, mentioned that you initially that you
I did not mean anything by it.
It's probably a good thing you mentioned that, so you didn't end up in prison tomorrow.
You're such a dick.
I would definitely not have candy in your home tomorrow. Definitely don't go buy a bag of candy tonight.
At least in front of his house.
Because that might be intent. Not a lawyer. Don't listen to me. But
Yeah, so shut up if you're not a lawyer.
All right, Jay, do you think Superman and Clark Kent are the same thing? You already said yes, right?
Yeah,
You
for
say
sure.
And Samuel thinks yes. Freak won't answer me. Okay, so I agree. You say yes. Okay, so I agree, but now I'm gonna complicate it a little.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say Superman and Clark Kent are much more different than Batman and Bruce Wayne are.
No.
Yeah. I just think Batman is just much more Bruce Wayne than Superman is Clark Kent. There's a lot bigger delta.
So you're saying Superman is more Superman than
Superman is like allowance for Kal-El to use all his powers and stuff. Whereas when he's Clark Kent, he can't. But
okay,
Batman is just Bruce Wayne in a bodysuit.
but he can't go around beating people up during the daytime.
Exactly. You gotta live a
He
certain.
could. He just
No,
people would know it
he's
was
missing
billionaire
element.
Bruce Wayne beating someone up. That's all.
But that'll mess up his whole being mystique, being Mr. Batman coming to save you at night. Why do all the signs and everything? You might as well break the bat signal up and just you know if he's going to be available 24/7.
did you call the
Oh, why
bat
have a bat
signal?
signal at night?
Did you just call the bat signal? I gotcha.
Wait, what?
He just said bat. He called for the bat.
Is that a
signal.
magic word or something?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
Prophet
No, I'm
of the
talking. We're
living
talking about.
God.
We're talking.
He
No,
has
we're
changed my
talking.
programming. I'm no longer
Your
after
prophet.
every single
What the-
sinner out there. Nope. The time has come. God has
You
adjusted
know
my
Jesus.
orders,
Oh.
and now I'm targeting those who are already in the camp because the body of believers, known as Israel, needs to get their act together because we're getting ready to go through a spiritual war.
What did I? What just blared through my ears right now? What was that?
That was Mr.
That was
Batman.
Mr. Batman.
Joker. No, he's the Joker.
Oh no, I was saying, you know how Bruce
He's a real
Wayne.
prophet.
You're
I
talking
like
about
that
billionaire
Mr.
Bruce
Batman
Wayne,
calls
the owner
himself
of
Mr.
Wayne
Batman.
Industries, right?
He makes the worst Batman look good.
All I'm saying is, my whole point was using it with the bat signal is what was the point of even having it using it at night if he's going to be available to whoop on people during the day and the nighttime? There's no point of him changing into a suit if he's going to do the same thing.
Well, in the 60s TV show, they didn't want to pay the actors to film at night. So it's almost always during the day that Batman is doing all of his stuff. So
But
he doesn't always need the bat signal.
it's still this. They still the same. Though,
Batman
you know?
goes, kids go.
They're still the same. One can't be in the same place as another. Like they're not two separate. So even though it's Batman and Bruce Wayne, they're the same because Bruce Wayne has to be in the Batman suit to be Batman, and Batman can't be outside of the Batman suit to be Batman. You get what I'm saying? Like it's two different persons, but it's the same person. You get what I'm saying? Like they both the same. Like the way Clark Kent and Superman is the same,
Right. But
regardless of the suit.
my
You know what I'm
point
saying?
is Superman has like social affordance to do things that Clark Kent can't, and Bruce Wayne doesn't. Like there's no difference between Batman's ability to, like the only thing is his belt, right? It's like anybody could wear that suit with that belt, and if they knew what the tools were, they could be Batman. There's an episode once where Robin has to put on the Batman suit and pretend he's Batman.
I think I've seen that on an animated series.
No
Yeah.
I
doubt.
think.
But to be
That's what
Batman though, like one thing is to like wear the suit and like by luck use it for a day, but to make it, engineer it to like really, you know what I'm saying? Like you know who's Batman. You get what I'm saying? Like no
Yeah,
matter
Lucius
what.
The guy's a billionaire. He owns
Lucius
Wayne Industries.
Fox and the military industrial complex. right? That's who you're talking about.
Yeah. I believe so. Well, no, that was his people's though. Like Batman, like is the mastermind behind that shit. Like he
He's
makes
the
shit too.
money behind
He didn't make everything.
mastermind.
He's smart as well. Like you understand, he's very.
He did make his own gadgets, right? I don't know.
Some of
He made a
them.
lot. That's what I'm saying. Like if you gotta, I don't know all the story. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to watch Batman as a kid, the animated series. But I
Yeah,
always
anime series. Yeah.
he had a hand
Batman
in
taught
that.
us
Like,
all that money is a real superpower.
yeah, so
Exactly.
that's what it was. Like he had a hand in that though. He wasn't like blind to what his tech was. Like he was in the development of it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he's smart, bro. He's a mastermind. He's like Green Arrow. Green Arrow is another guy like that who's very smart. Oliver Queen, I think, something like that. Oliver some shit. But he's very no shit.
So
Are you saying you want the Flash and Superman to procreate? No, that's false.
his dad looks
he had
human.
Ultraman. Ultraman in the movie is
Super
Kent's
baby.
son.
Yeah.
But not in the movie. In the movie, he's a clone. But
Did Superman have a son?
Ultraman is his son. Yeah.
Hey, you know that movie, the series, The Flash.
The one on WB.
Yeah, you know what's always weird about that show is that basically he's in love with his stepsister.
The Flash.
The Flash is in love, and he even marries her. His
Flash.
Yeah.
His stepsister, but not really his stepsister. You talking about?
Here we are talking about superheroes on the night with
this is the superhero.
And Sam thinks I've got something to say. How about some incest in superheroes?
I'm just saying it's weird. The Flash.
Let's just inject incest in the conversation. Yeah, I mean,
you did it to yourself again, Sam.
That's twice, brother. Twice. Let's inject incest in the conversation.
It's quasi. It's a step. It's a little different.
I'm just
the
thing is, it was a show about the Flash, ran for 9 seasons, and ever since the start, he is in love with his stepsister. Nobody thought that was weird.
See, I haven't seen all of the series. I haven't seen all the series.
I never watched it, I think, because I probably got a weird vibe from the trailers or whatever. But
wait, the CW. Oh, the CW Flash married his sister. He's adopted. He's he's adopted.
It's still his stepsister.
No, it's not, bro. Like that's not by blood. Like
that's not by blood, bro.
Still stepsister. Yeah, I mean, he grew up with her.
Sam, imagine like the both people have parents who divorced after they went to college, right? They have parents who divorced.
He grew up with
parents
her.
Fall in love, and then they get married.
Are you listening? He grew up with her.
The other two people meet each other at their parents' wedding.
Again, he grew up.
They're in their late 20s. Yes, they're technically step siblings, but that's not the same thing.
He grew up.
I agree. It's still kind of weird. It's still kind of weird, but they're adopted. They ain't blood though. So you feel me?
Like I want
that would take it to the.
It does matter that he grew up.
Wasn't she? I think she was older.
Still,
if I'm not mistaken.
Still.
Oh, I feel you, Sam. No, it's still a crazy situation, but it's not like first cousins or something like that. You know what I mean? It's not no half sister. You know what I mean?
Grew up with her like that. That's what's like. It's very weird.
I never even thought of that. Like I was so busy paying attention to the particle accelerators and the cool shit.
I didn't even notice that he was marrying his sister.
Yeah, that little info kind of slipped.
I actually love the first season. The second season, I always thought that was weird, and nobody ever brought it up. I was like, okay.
Well,
I mean, I
After our conversation last night, I thought of a new plot line for a Hulk movie where Hulk gets locked in syndrome and he can't get angry.
Goodness, that would be something. I mean, didn't they do that before? That they suppressed this anger or something like that?
Yeah, but that was with drugs. It's not like he was in like some
Oh,
ICU bed having a machine breathe for him.
that's crazy. That would be crazy.
I guess it wouldn't be Hulk.
All
It would
right,
be
guys.
Bruce Banner.
This is Halloween. We need to be spooky. Has anybody seen any ghosts or goblins or any other supernatural things that we can make fun of you for a little bit?
But like, in our whole life,
Martin.
you gonna make fun of us for? Nah, nope.
You mean in our whole lifetime or like today type shit?
Just anytime, yeah.
I gotta think. I gotta like think about that one.
Nope.
At least I'm honest about it, right?
Taco.
We got an even panel, three theists. So
yeah,
I know that's dope.
Do you think it was a dog man?
are you familiar with the legend of the Manitou? Yeah, it's a shape-shifting animalistic beast that can change form at night.
Okay.
So it might have been a Manitou. It can make any sound because it's a shapeshifter, right? No, not a minotaur. Not a minotaur. A Manitou.
A manotaur, he said.
Yeah, but he's saying minotaur, which is a bull-headed thing.
No, he
from
said
Crete.
manotaur.
Do you mean manotaur or minotaur? Okay, it's a manotaur. Tell me what that's. What is that? No, that's a Manitou. Manitou. Yeah, it's only in America.
Oh damn.
And it was low pitched, like you could hear like the lung rumble from it.
This was in a desert, you said?
So no bears.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you didn't tell me Steve Harvey was there. Steve Harvey makes all kinds of weird noises in his throat. So you're on Family Feud and you heard a voice behind you in the desert.
You know, Family Feud. The heck?
Steve Harvey's like, "Ugh." That's all that happened. JM wonders. JM is wondering if it was a chupacabra. Were you pretty far south? Were you close to Sonora? Oh,
Where is Sonora?
well, that is where the chupacabra is, in the Sonoran Desert.
It's the goat sucker.
Yeah.
It sucks on goats.
For real?
We just got another goat reference in, Adrian.
I see it. That's what the third one today. Goodness
Right.
gracious. Well, we on a roll. We on a roll tonight, Kurt. This might be a monumental day.
Halloween, right?
Did you guys see
Halloween
that interview
2025.
with Dan Aykroyd when they asked him about what if he believes in ghosts, and he's like, "I told my children that I have to be honest with them, and absolutely ghosts are 100% real." You guys see that? No. Okay.
Dan Aykroyd was
Nah,
doing
I
an
never
interview
saw
for the
that.
Ghostbusters at the time that he told that story.
I think it was after Ghostbusters, but he
Was
believes in
it?
It was
ghosts. He does believe. He actually does believe.
Dan Aykroyd went crazy though after the Ghostbusters movies.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Allegedly went crazy after
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Well, but it's true. He does believe in ghosts. He's like, yes, I have to tell my kids it's 100% true. Ghosts are real. Yeah.
No, he's been doing that shit for a while. He's done like aliens and paranormal shit for a while.
Yeah, that does. Yeah, he made a vodka brand.
Nobody
based on
Fire
it,
says panel full of filthy contingentarians. That's a callback, but I don't remember what for.
Yeah, he made like a vodka brand out of
Contingentarians?
the crystal skull.
Yeah,
contingent,
From
I
Indiana
think, is the
Jones.
root verb there.
Yeah, contingent. Yeah.
Leophilius.
Oh no, that's definitely a callback to something, but I don't remember what.
You know the Indiana
Okay.
Jones skull, the crystal skull. Like he made a vodka brand out of that.
Yeah.
I actually tasted it. It was good. It's actually pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. He has a vodka brand.
How many Ghostbuster movies do they got now? They got like 4 or 5 of them now.
They have 7,000.
Gosh, man.
I will
Man,
never
keep
watch
cracking them out.
2016. The female Ghostbuster.
Even the female version, right? Yeah, they even had a
I
female
will
version.
never watch that shit.
Hey, they're trying to be what, gender neutral?
I still have a theory that Donald Trump won 2016 because of that movie.
Oh man, please let's not motherfucking talk about that clown, please. Oh my god,
People saw this
Wait,
movie.
you
excuse
Like,
guys
my
don't like
language,
Trump?
no
but
way.
god. Oh hell, no, bro. My look, yeah. Oh my gosh, he's the most deranged, freaking divisive, like out of control president we have ever had. Like, and I thought people would have gotten the hint on the first term.
Nobody on Fire says it's just the opposite of necessitarianism. That's true. Sorry.
Oh,
Super chat.
Adrian, you can just thank Ghostbuster 2016 for Trump.
man, I think COVID for Trump, because if it wasn't for COVID, I think Bernie Sanders would have beat Joe Biden, and then we wouldn't even have Joe Biden. It would have been Sanders versus Trump, in my opinion, and then he would have freaking won. But you know what I mean?
Sanders has
That's
been around for 30 years. Nobody ever listened to him.
it goes
Nobody
without
will.
saying. Like, hey, things happen, and now we're here. And, and
I'm
and
just
I freaking
saying.
called it. I told my homies too. I said, look, Kamala Harris, she's gonna get the Hillary Clinton 2.0, and I called it too. All those freaking rallies, all those freaking fundraisers, all of that crap didn't matter when the day counted for the voting booth. Everybody and their mama decided not to show up, and then the crazies came out and voted for the clown that's in office right now. And now we got to bite the bullet. Over Trump? Hell yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah,
I did too, but they didn't count my damn vote.
who did you vote for? Oh, okay. Well, the fuck. Okay, well,
Okay,
there.
but Adrian,
I hope you're
can you
proud.
dispute my claim that Ghostbusters 2016 is the reason why Trump was elected in the first place?
No. The reason why Trump was elected was because more people with less common sense decided to go and vote than the people that had more common sense and not vote for him. In
I,
my
I
opinion.
stick with my Ghostbuster theory.
No, yeah, yeah, there it is. Well, she wouldn't. Number one, she wouldn't be freaking demolishing half of the dang West Wing so we can insert a motherfucking ballroom up in there. That's number one. Do
Oh
we need
yeah,
a ballroom right now?
I saw that. What's the
I
deal
mean,
with that in the White House? Like,
I
what is
always
going
like
on
it.
there?
I always like those ball pits when the kids can play in like
Okay.
all the like red, green, and blue balls. So I
Oh
think it'll be fun for the kids who visit the White House.
my god. Oh, line dance.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait, hold
Are you
on.
guys,
Or
wait a
is
minute. Are you
it
guys saying that the ballroom isn't a ball pit? I thought it was a ball pit the whole time.
Man, it's a dang spot to go and put all his dang McDonald's fast food and all his pizza junk up in that mug so he could just sit in there and just have his freaking fat ass eat
Yeah,
with his dumb ass.
big ball pit
Anyway,
food court. I
we don't
think
ballroom right now, but you want to go and fire half of the dang country and stuff like that, right? Or at least half of the federal workers for some
Did you
reason.
just switch
Yeah, let's
microphones?
extend the unemployment line for with more people. Oh yeah, and then let's go and fire the person that keeps up all the job statistics because he's telling, or I'm sorry, she's telling you that we're losing more jobs than gaining. So you didn't like that. So let's go and fire them. Oh, and then because I want to be a crybaby, let me go and punish Canada with another 10% of tariffs because I can't get over a Ronald Reagan ad. For real? That's your leader? That's who you wanted to vote for? Wow.
yeah, the presidency, the Senate, and the House are not in charge of everything. It's the minority that controls the agenda.
yeah, it's a minority that oh my god.
Yeah. So you're saying that the Republican president, the Republican House, and the Republican Senate are not doing their job. Is that right?
That's pretty much they're not doing their job.
No one is required from the minority to agree with the majority. The job of the majority is to win the votes. They don't
Make
have the
America
votes
goofy again.
because their own party is saying
Oh my
no. That's why they
god.
don't have the votes.
Uh,
Their own party is saying no. They have a majority in the House, a majority in the
it's
Senate,
a
and
much.
the presidency. If stuff's not getting done, it's not because of the minority.
It's because
I
of the
can't stand the
majority.
Democrats as much as anyone else, but you have all three parts of the government. The budget is your thing.
Okay, but here's one thing I don't
Yeah,
understand.
and the Congress is run by the Republicans. You can't dodge this one,
Kurt and Adrian, here's one thing.
Yes,
Kurt
because
and
they're
Adrian,
not in the
Trump could suck a
majority. They
nut.
vote
That's what
against.
I'm saying.
Kurt and Adrian, here's one thing I want to ask, and regardless of what you think about Trump, but why is there such a big deal that Trump wants to expand or remodel the White House? Why is it such a big tension about it?
He needs that ballroom though. I don't know why.
Yeah, but what they
Like,
doing about
but
the
why is it such a
And I
like a
think that's the
commotion
first
about it?
time that happened in over 70 something years.
Yeah, no, I'm asking
Of
like
a
why is
recon-
there such a big commotion about it? Why are people so up in arms
I
about
think
it?
it's the first time it's ever happened when one party controlled all three branches and there was a shutdown. I don't think it's ever happened before.
And how long? This is the longest time. At least in my lifetime, that the government has been shut down for this long, over a month.
Yeah, no, there have been shutdowns when it's been divided government, right? When the president is one party and the Congress is another
Mhm.
party. But there's never been a shutdown when one party controlled all three branches. Ever.
But it's not really a shutdown, is it? Like
what do you mean it's not really a shutdown? It's a shutdown.
But I mean, it's not a shutdown. It's not a shutdown if he wants to remodel the White House.
No, DeFreak, you don't get how majority and minority work.
Kurt, hold on, DeFreak, hold on, DeFreak.
No, you don't. They could just say, you know what? We have the majority. We're changing the rules. You can do that any day in the Senate. They're choosing not to, but they could. No, they could do it tomorrow.
That's why Trump is so hard on getting the filibuster right now. That's why he said go nuclear on the filibuster right now.
Yeah, but if they change the rules, then that's the change in the rules. And then when the Democrats gain power, they can just pass whatever they want. They can pass anything they want as long as they have a majority. The Republicans don't want to do that because they are obstructionists when they're not in power. So that's why they're choosing not to do that. It is not a structural limit on
And what you call it? What you call it? The inflation bill? Is that what you called it?
The freak. What you're saying is yes. When you have the majority, you can pass a bill. That's your point. I get your point. So you're saying the Democrats are smart, and when they have power, they can pass bills. But when the Republicans are in power, they figure out ways to make things not work, and they can't pass bills. That's all you're saying. Yeah. And you voted in a stupid government, and you're getting the stupid shit that stupid governments do.
We are suffering for their stupid decisions. Yeah, go on, Kurt. Yeah, you vote for stupid, we get stupid prizes. And these are the prizes that we're getting. People losing their jobs and families getting separated or just because they don't look like them, maybe. I'm talking about when it comes to ICE trying to act like they something like they above everybody. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm just talking about getting.
Oh. Yeah, again, I'm trying to ask this question over and over.
Oh, wow, bro.
I don't know about the
but they're going after criminals, though, right? But they're going after criminals, though, right? But not the 80-year-old grandmother that gets deported to Cuba or something, right? Yeah.
You don't care that learn though. You just read it. You just mimic it though. You just like support it. I'm super proud. When he asked you, I hope you're proud. You said definitely, yeah. Like
that's what I was like.
Kurt, can you look in the chat? I asked you a question in the chat.
Dude, like, I'm glad I came on. I'm glad I came today.
Can you give me a citation on that? Because I actually know a little bit about that, and I know for a fact that there is no bill that recommends funding illegal aliens going on healthcare. So can you give me a citation other than Donald Trump or some Republican said it, like an actual bill?
Nope.
Can you give me a citation of an actual bill that was put forward or a position paper by either the Senate or the Republican Democrats that said we want to give health care to illegal immigrants? You find that for me and I'll believe you. Until then, you're just believing dumb shit, just like flat earthers do.
I mean,
is a flat earther, Kurt.
I mean, my damn flat earthers are intelligent wise are the same freaking way. Oh my gosh, bro.
Wait, Freak, are you a flat earther? 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 Oh, good. Okay, great. Good. You're not a flat earther. Okay. So all I'm asking for you, you can put it in private chat or you can put it in the YouTube chat, is a link to a Democrat who said that, who's in power, or a bill that they put forward that recommended that. Because I've been in healthcare my whole life. And you know how many times I've seen an illegal immigrant who had legal healthcare in the United States? I have never seen it. It's never happened, not once. So what I'm saying is it is not happening now. It's never happened in my lifetime, and there is no proposal to do that.
Okay.
And I work at a hospital.
Your claim is bullshit.
Yeah.
Now,
Hold
you
on.
can back it up and prove yourself, or you can stop making the lying, stupid claim you're making. Did you no backup and keep making the claim? You either stop making the claim
Kurt,
or
can you look at this
back
chat?
it up.
So, Kurt, can you look in the chat? I still ask you a question.
Hold on.
No,
I got something.
A claim that's false without backing it up, unless you just want me to say you're a liar.
Hold on. I got something to back it up. I got something.
I literally treat
for
Medicaid.
these people.
Hold on.
These people. These people.
Yeah, none.
Are
That's
you,
what I'm telling you.
serious, bro?
Hey,
none. Absolutely. Hospitals get paid a global budget from Medicare for services for the indigent, but that's been going on since the dawn of time after EMTALA got passed back in the 70s. Do you really want to go to toe with me on healthcare financing, freak? No, it's not Medicare. You're so stupid.
Hold on. He's been brainwashed. Hold on. He's been brainwashed.
Indigent services. That's all.
I mean, you killing me saying these people, man. These people are people. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say,
Let me give you a little illustration here. Okay. My wife is an Argentinian immigrant. She was brought here by her parents when she was 7 years old. For her whole life, she never got any kind of social support. She never got any Medicare. She never got any of that. Okay. No food stamps, nothing. All right. She worked her ass off just to survive. She has never, ever in her whole life, neither that or her brothers or sisters or her family, they never got any kind of social services other than anything offered by the state or by religious institutions or by charity. Those are the only ones. The whole thing with the federal, that is propaganda. You are being lied to in order to further their position. They are using talking points. Okay. They're using a sound. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's state money. That is state money. That is not federal. It is illegal to transfer.
State and federal is a big difference.
It is illegal to transfer funding from the federal programs to state programs. You cannot transfer it from one to the other legally. The state has taxes that they have, and they earmark a certain amount of that for state programs. Okay. Same here in Colorado, same in almost all the states. The states, we are a republic. Okay. The states can make laws to do whatever they want as long as it's constitutional. It's not any better. It's not any worse. Actually, it's better because these people get preventative care so that they don't end up having a heart attack. No, it's not insurance. It's
that means
care.
so they could go and freaking get some care, bro.
Yeah.
Where they gonna get some care if they get sick?
It's cheaper. It's cheaper to give them preventative care. Hold on. That's fine. That's up to the state. That's not up to the feds. They do not give any federal. The feds are not. Yes, there's different. No.
Thank you, Jessica. Exactly, Jessica. Exactly.
You know what kind of a crime entering the United States illegally is?
They're freaking human. My gosh,
do you know what kind of a crime it is? It's a misdemeanor. It is a misdemeanor. It's not in the Constitution. The Constitution doesn't say that entering the United States. Alien just means they're not a natural.
I mean, we technically all aliens, and Native Americans are really the only real ones.
Yeah,
Real Native ones here.
Yeah, ask
If you
an
want to be
Apache.
technical.
Yeah, ask an Apache.
If you want to get
Everybody's funny.
technical.
Yeah.
Native Americans are the real natives here.
So,
We're the real of the
Damien, are you
aliens
saying
here.
that America shouldn't exist, like as a country, and that borders don't matter? Adrian,
I'm sorry.
are you saying that the
what?
borders of America shouldn't matter and the country shouldn't exist?
Okay, Samuel, where
That's
do you
not
live?
what I'm saying at all.
Samuel, where
And
do you
I do
live?
believe in secure borders. Yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
wait a minute.
yeah.
No. I want to ask Samuel a question. Where do you live?
Keeping a secret, but not in America.
Okay. Do you live in Europe?
Yeah.
Okay. In Europe, if I want to go from Italy to Spain, am I going to cross the border?
Yeah, but I mean,
Is
you
there
cannot
going to
really
be a
compare.
check? Are there going to be people there, or am I just going to drive right on through?
You can drive around on through.
I can drive right on through. Does that mean Italy's the same as Spain?
Again, you can't compare it.
Is Italy the same as Spain?
You're making a false comparison, and you know it.
Is Italy the same as Spain, or are they different, even though I can drive from one to the other without a border check?
You know the answer. I'm asking you, why are you making a
I know
comparison?
the
You know it
answer.
cannot stick.
I'm asking you. Is
You know the
Italy
answer.
the same as Spain?
But it's not the same. You know it. It's a false comparison.
So they're not the same, right? Yet, with no harsh border control, they're still not the same. Now, let me ask you another question. Is Utah the same as Colorado?
As a state?
Is Utah the same as
hold
Colorado?
on a
or
second.
are they different?
No, because you this is the problem Americans talk about.
Samuel, answer my question.
No, I will
Is
not answer the
Utah
question the way you want it
same
because
as
you know.
What up,
Colorado?
Leo?
Hey, Leo.
Okay, if I answer the question, will you then listen to me?
I will if you answer the question. Is Utah the same as Colorado?
No.
Okay.
Cool. So can I respond now? Hold on. Let me hold on, the freak. Hold on.
That's because you were lying.
Hold on, the freak. So
It
this
doesn't.
is
Not
what
for illegals.
problem when Americans.
No, it doesn't go
always
for
try to
illegals. You haven't
compare.
shown me anything.
It does not go for anyone that does not have legal
I'm
status.
not-
And even those that are applying, green
can I
card
talk?
holders and those applying
Can I
for
talk? Because I
citizenship
wanted to respond to.
do not get it
I wanna
until they
respond to
become
Kurt.
naturalized citizens.
Can I talk? I wanted to respond to Kurt about one.
That's different. That's an
That's because of
emergency.
EMTALA, not because
Yeah.
of any new
So I
bill.
cannot respond to Kurt since
Well,
he
the
said he
freak
would listen to me
continues
if
to
I answered
lie.
him.
No, it's not. That is emergency funding.
You
And
do know that by cutting off that funding, all you're doing is making it so hospitals have higher bills that they have to pay, and hospitals are going to shut down and move out of areas where they can't afford it.
And they
This
already
is
are.
largely going to affect rural areas like where I live, which is largely. Excuse me. I haven't. Excuse me. I haven't finished speaking. You'll get your turn.
Yeah,
to
well, I
respond
was
when I'm
speaking
done.
before you, and you interrupted me.
We're all adults here. Let's calm down.
Yes.
One at a
So
time.
how about
We're all
you
adults here.
actually let me
So,
speak and answer
the
Kurt?
funny thing is that what this is going to do is hurt rural
How
communities.
about you
more than
actually be an
anything,
adult and
and these
wait
are
your
the
turn
same
so I can answer
communities
Kurt?
that largely put Trump in the White House. So I think it's I think it's interesting that people voted to like lose their own hospitals. It's just so strange.
It's not just rural, it's low income communities as well. They're the ones that are missing out just as much.
So
Answer the question, Sam. Answer it.
No. I wanted
He
to
did answer
respond
Kurt's
to Kurt
question.
now.
He did.
So
Answer the question.
He did answer Kurt's
I
question.
did.
You
Hold on,
did?
hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, Kurt. Here's the thing. Like when Americans wanna compare Europe with America. Like first off, France, Spain, and Italy, they have their own states, right? But it's in a country. America is a federation or a republic, whatever you call it, who has declared borders. So it's a country. Now, just because we have Schengen in Europe, where you can drive from one country to the next, which is the European Union agreement, doesn't mean that somebody from North Africa can just storm into Italy, right? So this is the difference. Like you try to say, oh well, if somebody comes from from Mexico to
So,
America, it's the same
not
thing
people
as
from other
somebody
countries
coming from
coming in,
Italy to
it's black people.
to Italy, from Italy to Spain.
It's no
It's not the same
problem
at
if a
all. It's not the same.
Spaniard comes to Italy. It's just if someone from
And try
Africa
to compare it as being a state versus a state like France and Italy being states of Europe. It's not the same equivalent as well. Like you
The
gotta understand.
Shinzen, okay, the Shinzen
Again,
zone
you
that
float
you were
on yourself
talking
all
about.
night,
Hold on.
Samuel.
The Shinzen zone that you were talking about is EU agreement. It is an
Right.
agreement for right. It's part of the EU, the European Union. Okay, that makes the European Union a republic of independent states.
No, it's not a republic.
Well, okay, it's an association.
It's an agreement between states.
It's an agreement,
it's a
right?
federation of nation
It's a
states.
federation of nations. Thank you. But we have the same thing. We have a federation of states.
But
Okay.
you are one. No. But the difference is that you're one country. You're the European Union is basically not a federation as like you would call it a country.
But
you cannot
there
call
is
the
The
European
European Union is a
Union
confederation
agreement.
of nation
Regulated
states.
than
The
the United
European Union is
States is.
not a nation state itself.
No, it's not a nation state itself, but it is organized in a way to allow people to move between countries freely without borders. I do not have to show a passport to go to Kansas. I don't have to show a passport
Yeah.
to go to Utah or Wyoming or New Mexico.
Yeah, but
Okay?
once
I
again,
do have
once
to
again,
hold on,
you-
but I
you-
do have
once
to
again,
show
you-
a passport
no.
to go
Once
to
again, you're
Mexico.
missing. Once again, you're missing it because that comparison between Utah and Colorado would be to compare states or or regions of a country like France. Like France have different regions, Italy have different. That would be a comparison.
And they're all different. And they're
Yeah,
fine.
but
They
you
keep their
still have
differences, even
That's
though
missing
people
the
can
analogy.
freely
The
move.
analogy
still
isn't
have the
trying to
country.
argue that European countries are to the European Union what states are to the federal government.
No,
The
and that's what I'm
point
saying.
that is
They're
being
not.
drawn out is
And I'm
that there's
telling you they're
freedom
not.
of movement
Yes, and I'm telling you
between
they are not.
the various
right to
countries
travel,
in the
right?
European Union,
Yes,
much the
because-
same way that there's freedom of movement between the
Yeah,
states and the
but no,
United
no, no,
States.
There
no,
is.
no.
These
Thank
places
you, Leo.
still
So
maintain
here's
their
the thing. Here's,
identity.
no.
That's the point.
No, because what you try to compare is saying that but a good comparison between Mexico and America would be, let's say, Morocco and Spain, right?
Yeah, but
That
this
would be a
isn't the
comparison. Like you
comparison that
need
was
to
being
show
made.
papers if you come from Morocco to Spain.
Sure, but this isn't the comparison being made.
No.
Well,
No.
but it's still a false
Samuel,
comparison because I
No, it's
asked.
not.
My point.
I asked, do you
Because
don't you
it's
believe
not
that
false
America
because
should
you
have borders?
can move between
I asked, don't you
countries
believe that
in the
America should have
European Union
borders?
in much the same way that you can move between states in the
No,
United
no,
States.
you cannot.
You're
That is
fully
not to
North
say
America
that
the way you
nations
can
in the
move.
European Union are states to the
You cannot
European
move
Union the
between
way that
Mexico
states in
and
the U.S. are
America.
states to the U.S.
Samuel.
federal
You
cannot
government.
move between
It's simply
Mexico and
pointing out
America
that
like
the
you can
freedom
do
of
between
movement
France
in
and
both
Italy.
instances is the
You
same.
cannot
I don't
move
know
between
why
America
we
and
can't let
Mexico
people finish
like you can
sentences.
move between
Am I
France
talking
and
to a
Italy.
12-year-old?
Samuel,
I think
stop
Yeah, I
talking.
do. It seems like I
and
really
he's
do
not
because
12,
you don't
but
shut
he
the
is
fuck up and
really
just speak
dumb.
over me when I try
Well,
to
no,
explain
it's
it.
that
Can
you
just
don't
stop
let
talking
people
for a
finish.
second?
No,
You
I actually
start
do let
when they're
people
in the
finish,
middle of what
and
they're
I'm
saying,
getting
and you're doing it
overthrown,
literally right now for
You
everybody
don't
to
actually
watch
let me
you do it.
finish. You don't actually listen, right? You have your own mind and you think you're right. You're not.
Well, no, I am correct.
See, you're
And
not.
Colorado
not.
even
And
said
I have
No,
that
you're
I
actually not.
correctly
You don't know what the
characterized
fuck
the
you're
kind of
talking about.
analogy he
The
was
I'm just
trying to
question I
draw
surprised
asked
that's
out.
the
to
free for
Adrian
real,
was,
bro.
don't you believe that America should have borders? Don't you believe America should be
And then I
a
say
country
yes, right?
with
God,
borders?
Well,
you
I,
stop
And
you
you
want
made
my
this
honest
false
opinion? No,
comparison
no
with
country should
France
have
and
borders
Italy and the
because the
Schengen,
concept of nation
right?
states
Which is a
shouldn't
false
exist.
comparison. That's
It's
why
a
I'm trying to
political
explain.
construct.
What you can
It's-
have as a good comparison would be
It's not a
Morocco and
false
Spain.
comparison. If you shut the fuck up, I'll explain it. Now,
No, you explained it already. How about you shut the fuck up
no,
and let me explain it?
listen.
Hey, Jay, they really getting in there now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Fucking listen,
I'm
no
like,
shit you can.
lighting up, like, oh shit.
Not a
Sure.
false comparison.
This about turned to some type of backup in this motherfucker.
What EU has existed as it is currently
No,
structured.
Kurt,
for
you yell at
decades.
me, I'm gonna
Shut
yell
the
at you.
fuck
Shut the
up.
fuck up.
Shut the
No, you
fuck
shut the fuck up,
up.
you fucking retard. Right? Because
You're
you
a
don't
fucking
live
idiot.
here.
You
You're
don't
making a
even
false
fucking
comparison.
Oh, now we go to ad
You look like
hominem.
retard.
Shut the
Fucking
fuck
idiot.
up, Samuel.
No, you shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up.
No,
You're
how
saying
about you shut the
stupid
fuck up?
shit, and you're getting owned, and so you try to talk.
I'm
over
getting
it so
owned,
no one
yeah,
can
because
hear
free fucking
how
America is gonna
badly
tell me
owned
what
you
Europe is
are.
about. Yeah.
Stop
Great.
talking.
I didn't say nothing about Europe, did I?
Has had the
No, not you,
Yeah.
Adrian. Kurt,
I did, but I've been to
he's making a
23
false
different
comparison.
countries.
Danny overtalked.
I'm just
He's
asking
such
you,
a dumb
like,
fuck.
because
He knows he's
like
getting home.
it sounds like you don't think
Stop
America should even have
talking,
borders. That's what I'm asking.
Samuel.
And he made this stupid
Stop
comparison
talking.
with Europe for no fucking reason. It's a false comparison. Oh yeah, who's getting on now? Who's getting on?
Stop talking so
Yeah, who's
I
getting
can make
on?
my fucking point. I let you.
You did?
Okay.
You did really? Because
What up, We Are DNA?
Because when I was talking, 3 other people were talking at the same
I
time.
let you talk for at least 2 minutes straight about
Oh, did you
how
really?
You think
I don't
Utah
think you did.
is different from Mexico. Shut the fuck up. Okay, Europe has had its current structure for 20 to 30 years where people can travel wherever they want. They
Not
have
all. No,
not
that's not true
seen
either.
any. Shut the fuck up. They haven't
Dude,
seen any dissolution of national identity. Every country in the EU is still that country. Germany is still Germany. France is still France. Italy is still Italy. The pizza is still better in Italy than it is in Spain.
What's
the
your point?
paella is still better in Spain than it is in France. The
What's your
primary
point?
languages are the same. The folkways are the same. The places are the
So
same.
why do you make the comparison?
Place in fucking shut up.
Why do
The
you're making my
place
point for me? Why are you making the
enforces
comparison then?
identity
You're
of
just
the
making my
people
point
who
for me.
come there. Shut up. The place enforces its identity on the people who come there. When people move to Utah, even if they're not Mormon, they get Mormonish because Utah is Mormon. And so that's what happens. You don't need to worry about a place losing its identity because people come in. And if anybody knows this, it should be fucking Americans whose whole existence is based on.
Have you seen what's going on in
the rest
Europe
of the
lately?
world to
Kurt?
shut the fuck up, Samuel.
Have you seen what's going on in Europe lately?
I have.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah,
loads
don't
of
tell me
shows
that
in
Europe cannot
and
lose
it's great. Europe looks
their
great.
identity by illegal migrants coming in and flooding the
Well,
borders.
then move
all right?
here.
When
Move
it's
here.
absolutely what's
Everybody
going on right
here's
now.
thrilled with us.
Hey, do you think they should deport more
Oh shit! We got a
European
big super
illegal
chat from
immigrants?
Jay. Hang on 1 second. We got a 5-minute mute on DeFree
Ooh,
and a 5-minute
okay.
mute on Samuel from Jay. Thank you so much for the super chat. Greatly appreciated. Just taking out.
Jay want to
for
keep
the
the
sake of,
peace.
and he says for the sake of Kurt's blood pressure. So your heart can thank him.
All right, Kurt.
Hey, finish, Kurt.
Right.
Yeah, the point is national identity survives people coming in. The United States national identity survived just fine. Benjamin Franklin thought the national language was going to be German.
German. Yep.
Right.
And
American identity has absorbed every group that's ever come in because America has some kick-ass stuff about it that people do like. I personally think America is more than strong enough to incorporate new peoples, and it has done so and proven me right throughout its history. But a lot of people are weak, and they're weak-minded, and they think weakly, and they think anybody who's different than them or not the appropriate group that they are won't fit in when they come here.
And they're also
We should be a melting pot.
Hold on. The melting pot. Yeah, that was one of the first. That was one of the ideas. Okay. But I travel for a living. I'm a tour guide. I've been all over Europe. I've been to 23 different countries in Europe. I've been
everywhere, man.
I've been, pretty much. And then I've also been basically in almost every country in Central and South America as well. Okay. So, and I have seen a lot of shit firsthand about people moving from those places to the United States because they do want a better life. They want the opportunity that they do not have in their own country. That is the main driver behind immigration. Okay. Sometimes it's political, sometimes it's economic, sometimes it's social. But there's a lot of different people that come here. All right. And you're saying, oh, what's happening in Europe? Yeah, I've seen it firsthand. I've been there. I've been all over the damn place. I'm going to England in on the 11th. So I'm going to be over there for 3.5 weeks. And while I'm there, I'm going to go to the Netherlands. I'm going to go to France. I might actually get over to Austria because I love the beer over there. But anyway, the thing is that I see the immigration there. And yes, immigration does have its problems, its inherent problems. Okay. No matter where you go in the world, it's going to happen.
That's just
And
a
we
fact
have,
of people moving. Like people moving
Yeah.
around is going to cause some slight issues. That's just
yeah, that's natural because people need to, they need to at least try and assimilate a bit into their new home where they have moved to. But there are some who are resistant to it that don't want to do that and want to bring their traditions and everything with them. Okay, we have the same problem here in the United States. We have the same thing in Europe. Okay, sometimes it's religious based. There's a lot of people in the UK that are immigrants from Muslim countries, and they want to impose Muslim law, Sharia law. They want to impose, unwillingly on on others that do not want it, and it's a failure for them to integrate into their new society that causes problems and issues.
Yeah, and the key point for me is that in Europe, yes, there are problems with immigration, but do you know when Europe really sucked? Was back in the 70s and early 80s when the IRA was bombing things everywhere, ETA was bombing things everywhere. There was all kinds of like anti-Israeli stuff happening in Europe where things were getting bombed. None of that's happening as much now because there's much less of that sort of violent rhetoric, and the EU's free borders has actually allowed a certain amount of pressure valving to happen. And the fact that the Basques and the Irish have come to some sort of agreement has actually reduced the number of terrorist attacks in Europe.
Dramatically so. I mean, well, you mentioned the troubles in Ireland, and that was done. That was a combination of factors. That was political and it was religious.
Right.
So that's how religion fucked up a lot of stuff. Protestant versus Catholic. That's why I'm here in the United States. Actually, I'm adopted.
I want to ask.
Yeah.
I want to ask the freak. Should I concentrate
the freak is muted
on?
right now, so.
Oh, he is. Okay. Well, I hope he answers this question, and then I'll leave it alone. If I should concentrate on European illegal immigrants just as hard as they're trying to deport these Mexican immigrants or whatever
Right, welcome back, Ding Dongs.
That's
You're
what I
back
want.
in the
Yes.
game.
Latino.
Right on time. Yeah, or Latinos. You know what I mean?
Also, if anybody in the audience wants a super dope game to gift somebody, Arc Raiders is out now, and I would definitely play it right now. In fact, I had a thing ready for that. If anybody is going to hook a brother up.
Kurt, those are some bullshit.
Otherwise, we've got. Oh, geez, really? Never mind.
Kurt, these are some bullshit points that been rebuked so many times. Like I hear
not Arc Raiders. I was trying to play a different game.
Okay,
So,
what point? Give us one.
Okay, like you say, oh, in the 80s it was bad, right? Like it's not happening anymore. Absolutely, it's happening more than ever. All right, like if you actually look what's going on, the terror attacks, the negligence of politicians having to deal with it, don't want to deal with it, allowing segregated society to flourish all across the Western hemisphere of the European Union, right? Imposing embargoes on the Visegrad countries, calling them racist because they don't want to be part of this immigrant refugee welcome crap, right? Like the terror attacks because of ISIS in 2015 and forward, the attacks on Jews all over fucking Europe and in America. Like don't tell me that those days of IRA are past. Yeah, sure. It was IRA, it was religion. But you know what's funny? That actually both Protestants and Catholics in that region, okay, came together to protest against illegal migration. Right? The two groups that hated each other so long came together to protest against illegal migration. Like that's how crazy it has gone. So don't come here and tell me that it sucked in the 70s and 80s. But in the 70s and 80s, actually, right? A lot of parts of Europe were actually flourishing. So much so that when the wall fell, the Berlin Wall fell, everybody wanted to adapt that system. All right.
Are you saying that Europe isn't flourishing right now? I mean, that's
not really. No.
Well, it is.
No, it's not.
I'd say it's doing a hell of a lot better than the States right now.
European countries are
compared to the States, but
here's
in their history,
compared to the 90s and 2000s, no.
Answer my question.
Compared to the 90s and 2000s,
if you're gonna compare it to
people are more wealthy,
the 2000s and
countries
2010s,
are on the
absolutely
average more
has
wealthy.
stagnated and gone back.
I'll put on the private chat.
They're producing significantly more. Rates of happiness have increased. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Samuel, you can click the link. You can read this too.
No. Actually, the happiness.
Samuel, I just let you talk for a long time.
The happiness has gone down.
You can click the link. Are there a lot of terror attacks in Europe? Germany, Italy, France, and Spain almost never see any terrorist attacks at all.
That's bullshit.
Why. You can
That's
click
bullshit.
You can read. You can look at the numbers.
Yeah. I don't need to look at the numbers. I fucking live
it. In other words, I don't give a shit about what.
I think it's really interesting that Kurt has cited direct data that contradicts what Samuel is saying, and all Samuel did is say, "Well, I don't have to look at the data.
I know what the data.
I've got my
I know how
personal
the data is
anecdotal
conducted,
experiences
right? And
that are at best dubious and at worst spurious."
Yeah,
so
I know how the data is conducted, and I know it's not truthful.
Oh, well, I don't care.
The way they want to talk about what a terror attack is.
This is no different than me saying, "Well, I don't care what NASA says. I could just look out my window and see that the Earth is flat."
Yeah.
It's
flat earther, Samuel.
what you see based on your experience does not necessarily map on the reality.
Because he's Jewish.
It's not an argument.
Allahu Akbar. Is that a terror attack, or is it just a hate crime?
I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah. When somebody attacks a Jew openly in a street, is that a terror attack or is it just a hate crime?
I'd call it a hate crime.
Yeah, it's a hate crime.
So in that case, how come that stat says, like, okay, according to the stat, when was the last terror attack in Europe?
These are statistics as of 2025, so I don't have like each individual one, but the countries, the ranking of the countries globally starts at the top with Burkina Faso at 8.5, and I'm just going down the list and waiting until I get to a European country.
Yeah, you can't compare it globally. That's unfair. You got to compare it.
The EU, and then there's the United States,
Europe.
4.14 ahead of
That's a very disingenuous way to compare that.
And then finally, I get to Russia, which is a 3, and then a real European country, Germany, 2.7.
And real fast, DeFreak, there is a question for DeFreak from Nobody on Fire. Thank you for the super chat. He says, DeFreak, would you drop Trump if is confirmed to be on the list? Is there anything that would make you drop him, but remain conservative, obviously? Good question.
Great question. Great question.
No. I'm telling you, he drew a picture of a naked woman.
Too. His wife could be sick too. His wife.
What do you think? What do you think the list refers to?
They both might be freaking.
Yeah,
crazy.
He wrote a poem about how they had a special secret.
He was also a sex trafficker. Oh.
Man.
Wait, see, this is exactly what I thought. You're confusing the.
So you won't dump Trump. So you want. He answered your question. He answered your question. So his answer is no.
So, okay, wait. What if Donald Trump were on tape saying that he had illegally looked at naked young girls before they were 18? Would you dump him then? What if Donald
Yes, he
Trump
can't
had
engage.
admitted on tape
The answer is yes.
underage women while they were getting undressed? Would you dump him then?
There's the problem.
What if
It's a hypothetical?
Oh my God!
He's asking
all
you.
right. And there's another super.
Hypothetically.
It's not a hypothetical. What if that was the case? Would you dump him?
Oh, hey, we got super chat. Super chat.
Yeah, and Nobody on Fire says, let's be more specific. He is guilty of it now?
Well, we just kind of glazed over the fact that the freak confused the black book with the client list, which are not the same thing.
They're not the same thing. But the freak.
So,
If
so
Donald Trump
Kurt,
on
Kurt,
tape saying that he had illegally gone into a room where underage women were changing to look at them changing because he liked that idea, would you say then that you wouldn't support it?
Kurt,
Is it legal?
Oh, God.
Is it legal for someone to look at women
This is
who are
insane.
changing illegally?
I can't believe you're trying to find excuses, bro. I can't believe you're trying to find excuses.
Girls when they're changing? You're free. Is it a crime?
So you
By
think that
sharing up
women's
your search
pageant is putting out a product? What's the product?
What's the product?
What's the product of a beauty pageant?
Wait,
What's
you're
the
saying he
product
owns them
being
like
sold to
slaves?
people?
He owns them? Are you saying
What's
he owns
the
them?
product? So you think that objectifying women and selling them is okay?
Nobody on Fire. He gonna support him. That's crazy.
I didn't catch that. What was that, the freak? Yeah, I didn't ask you. I didn't ask. Hold on. I did not ask you whether it happens. I asked you whether it was acceptable to pimp women. I didn't ask you if we were in a secular society. I asked the freak, if the freak thinks that pimping women is an acceptable practice. Do you think that pimping women is an acceptable practice? You don't know. Oh, okay. Well, at least you're honest.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Well,
Right?
pimping women and like legitimized sex work are not the same thing. That's not.
Hey, he's just being honest about himself. He being honest about himself. That's crazy.
Did I say strip clubs? Did you hear me say the words strip club? Did those words ever come out of my mouth? No, I didn't. I said pimping girls. I asked you if pimping women was an acceptable practice. And you said that you didn't know. So you've already answered the question.
Super chat, yeah. There was a super chat.
There's another super chat. Karen Dave is saying, is the freak saying that if Epstein handled Donald Trump's money and that's why they were close friends? That's crazy, bro.
No.
Has anybody said that? Have you heard anybody say that?
Can you listen to what people say?
We're talking about little girls.
I'm not in the chat, so I don't
Is it acceptable for Donald Trump to be liking little girls? Would you still support him if he said, I like a 14-year-old girl?
No. He's on tape saying he doesn't have a lower age
You're okay with releasing the files since it's all rumors?
Yeah.
Wait, so married men can't. So what about all the other married men who have wives and families that fuck kids?
What about R. Kelly? He had mad girls.
Yeah, you seem to be
R. Kelly.
Well, he's married, so he would never. Well, people do all the time. So what's your point?
Perfect example.
There's a lot of people who have beautiful wives who fuck kids.
Brother Polite.
Oh, which wife are you talking about?
Brother Polite has 6 wives.
Which one? Well, wife number 1 or 2 or 3? Which one? Which wife?
Brother Polite has 6 wives.
Yeah, don't you think if somebody was kid diddler, their wives would be leaving them at a pretty high rate. I think 3 marriages, like, I don't know.
I mean, 3? Dang. I mean, I'm taking three marriages.
I get divorced and all that, but like 3 Trump?
3? They once maybe. We need to ask.
I mean, that's certainly logically The Freak, would you at least grant that that's logically possible?
I mean,
and would you also grant that that's nomologically possible?
Why? Oh, but we did hear him saying we like grabbing pussy though. I mean,
so Kurt, look at the chat. I responded
that was on record.
Cody did a super chat. He says, "What about the birthday card?" That's a fair
Kurt,
question.
look at the chat. Not the private
I
chat.
fucking responded to you. Do you pay any attention?
All right, real
Maybe
fast.
have you
Look at the fucking chart in the chat that I posted.
But I'm telling you about the chart is bullshit. So look and read
But just saying that it's bullshit isn't a response to anything. You're
chat.
not responding. You're just disagreeing with
Shut
data
the
that
fuck
shows
up.
that you're clearly
And
wrong.
what about
And
the
that's why you're like
birthday
spurting
card?
out. Oh, shut up! Shut up! Oh, you're such a retard because you're wrong and you don't have anything to say, so you're just resorting to kill streaming.
People, so shut up.
We got another super chat from
really
Karen.
stupid people who say really dumb shit because it's fun.
Oh,
and
really?
It's
Okay,
fun.
okay,
It's
nobody
fun.
does anybody have any
1979.
comments? Okay, everybody shut up.
Oh, because your stats is not accurate. I can actually back up.
Now,
All right, does
200.
anybody have any comments on the birthday card?
Yeah, it's
Nobody
gross.
has any comments.
Yeah. Thank you. And then appreciate the super chat. And then Kieran Dave says Donald Trump is convicted of sexual abuse he did at a party where one of his wives was.
That's a fact.
Thank you, Kieran Dave.
Yeah, he was a Jew.
Yeah, a jury found him liable for rape, and the judge upheld the ruling. Fake, bro. That was just fake. It's so fake. It's so fake and gay. It doesn't have to
He
be a
hit a
criminal trial.
woman, bro.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a criminal trial.
He dragged his first wife down the stairs.
I mean, you must be proud of your convicted felon, bro.
And learn a thing or two since I responded to your bullshit claims and that fucking chart.
Right.
Oh my god.
Man, the conspiracy here is just
By the
outstanding.
Democrats?
Isn't it fucking
Hey,
crazy
so
that there's
that's
people that
what about the
actually
woman's
think this
word?
way?
Hold up. What the?
Do you know what a grand jury and a jury do, freak? You know the purpose of a grand jury and a jury? Do you know
We ain't talking about the porn star.
I mean, if
we
you
ain't
use
talking about the porn
campaign
star.
funds to do that, yeah, I think it is.
We are talking about the porn star? That's the one, right?
No, we're talking about
Oh,
E. Jean Carroll,
okay.
the woman that he raped, that a jury said that he
E.
raped,
Jean
and that a
Carroll,
judge upheld
Got
the
a big
ruling,
old lawsuit about. I remember that.
and was ordered to pay like some odd millions of dollars because of it, because he
Yeah.
raped a woman, which isn't the first time. I mean, there's over 20 women who have credibly accused him of rape or sexual abuse of some sort, but they're all just a bunch of
20.
lying bitches looking for their 5 seconds of fame, right, the freak?
And then Cutlery
But
Duck
that's what
says,
you think, right?
No, there was a Sports
No, you actually don't.
You think a Sports Illustrated reporter is a political
Over the course of like a number of years, and yeah, a lot of them did come out after he announced his candidacy for the president.
No, you're wrong. It's mis. Are you stupid?
He's allowed to
Oh my god! He's allowed to go back there and see this?
All right, everybody, shut up. There's a few super chats. They're coming.
Oh my god!
Cutler Duck says the freak knows nothing about Trump. Painfully stupid. Thank you for the super chat. It's really appreciated.
Oh
Karen
my
Dave says,
gosh,
does being
bro.
a civil trial make him less guilty to freak? This is your vile, empty ethics and morals exposed. That's a good question. So does being a civil trial make him less guilty to freak?
It's all fake and game, man.
And then
I was
nobody
found
thank you for the super chat as well. And then nobody on fire says appeal to conspiracy. Trump equals God to the freak. That's a great point. Thank you as well for the super chat.
So you're saying the lady is lying about Donald Trump raping her?
Can prove it.
Yeah, a jury didn't think so. A jury of 12 people.
Okay,
That's
so
sad,
the proof.
bro.
Show me the proof. Don't just tell me that there's a
That's
lie. Show
sad,
it to
bro.
me.
That's what I'm hearing, Jay.
Was she? Can you show that she was on an
Donald Trump's
airplane at the same
defense
time?
attorneys couldn't bring that up.
So then why the fuck would I believe what you say?
There
when you
is
can't
another
show that it's
question.
true?
There is another question from Karen Dave. Karen Dave is asking for some clarification.
Hey, yo, super chats.
The freak. The freak. So
Yeah, you're probably just gonna have to mute it.
Paid off judge. Oh my god, bro. Paid off judge. Oh my god, bro.
All right.
I don't know if I want to hear anymore.
The freak. Calm down. Oh man.
Bro.
The freak. Okay. And then there is a question asking for some clarification from Kieran.
Oh
Thank
my
you for the
gosh,
clarification question. He's asking if these political hit jobs are so common, name another political hit job where a president was falsely accused of the R word by 20 or more people.
There were not 20 different women that accused Joe Biden. If there were, name all of them.
I dare you.
Okay.
I dare you to say Obama.
So there's one. So I want to show really quickly. I want to show how this is done. So you said you wanted me to name some names of the people that accused Trump. So there's Jessica Leeds.
Wait, real fast.
Kristen Anderson,
all you need is
Jill Harth, Kathy Heller, Temple Taggart McDowell, Karina Virginia, Bridget Sullivan, Tasha Dixon, Mindy McGilvray, Rachel Crooks, Natasha Stoynoff, Jessica Drake, Nene Leconson, Summer Zervos, Cassandra Searles, E. Jean Carroll, Amy Doris. So do you want the article that specifies each of these women's specific accusations? Yeah, see, you're already committed to it being false that you're not willing to accept it true because you're stupid and you don't know how to think. Yeah, see, you don't have anything. You don't
I'm
fucking
surprised,
have
the freak. You surprised me,
welcome to
the
the
freak.
mind of the average American conservative. It's okay to rape women
Kurt, he let me down, bro.
Everybody shut up.
Be accused of all these terrible things, and you should be the president if you do these.
Everybody shut up for a second. There's a clarificatory question from Nobody on Fire. So Nobody on Fire is asking, how about this, DeFreak? Do you disagree with the removing of the statute of limitations for SA? Do you think victims should run out of time to accuse?
Ooh. No, but
so if they change the law, then do you think that it should? Do you still think that No, I'm asking. So hypothetically, if they change the law so that they don't run out of time to accuse, would you want them to still run out of time to accuse? What do you want? What do you, DeFreak? What do you think the law should be there?
You-
Do you think people should be able to report
Yeah, you might have
SA
a daughter.
after 7 years, or do you think that at 7 years it should be a hard stop? Why do you think there should be a hard stop? Well, what's your reasoning for wanting a hard stop? What's your reasoning for wanting a hard stop?
Oh,
Gotcha.
Lord.
Get away with
And
it.
Karen
That's-
Dave
let me put
says
it.
a freak they changed the law because of COVID.
Let me, let,
COVID touched me in an inappropriate place.
let me say this. Let me say this. For a hypothetical example of the
Response to
freak.
your claims.
Let's just say 20 years ago, you physically beat down my wife, right? Hypothetically, right? 30 years later, I find out, hey, Adrian, the freak put hands on me, right? Because of so and so. I'm still going to try to find you and try to beat you down. There's no statute of limitations on that, to me, on
Yeah.
any type of physical abuse. You know what I'm saying?
But back to Mundo. You see? Okay, no response.
Yo, Jay, you feel me? Like there should be no.
You just don't think the
Nah,
same.
man. I
You
mean,
do. And
women got voices too, bro.
you gotta have.
I'm using street justice as an analogy of with your quote unquote statutes of limitations on a freaking SA type of accusation. Like you got to take these serious, bro.
Exactly.
Like, let's just say if that same woman, hold on, bro. Let's just say if that Aaron Carroll person, right? Let's just say if that was your mother accusing Donald Trump of raping her.
Or your
Would you
daughter.
believe your mother or would you believe Donald Trump?
Or
Donald
your
Trump is
daughter,
on
right?
tape bragging that he can meet someone and grab them by the groin. What are you talking about?
That's what I said, Ian. No, no statues, Ian. Straight up. 30
Yeah.
years later, I still try to mop you. Straight up, try to hit somebody. That's crazy,
Yeah.
By the way, the
man.
freak, I want to apologize for. Hold on. The freak. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy guy. I want to say sorry. I want to apologize for calling you stupid earlier. I shouldn't have done that. That was kind of mean. I didn't mean that.
Good on you, Leo.
But I want you to
Trump
understand,
is
Donald
on
Trump does
tape
not give a
bragging
fuck about
about
you beyond your
doing
vote for him.
sexual
He doesn't
assault.
care about you. He doesn't care about women. He doesn't care about this country. He cares about enriching himself. And he will say things that you want to hear because of his actions.
He's asking for he's asking for taxpayer money right now.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah,
He
who
was
knows?
poor. I trust him a lot more.
And Donald
That's
Trump can't be brought
fine.
up
Oh my
like
gosh, are you
the people
serious?
like Mark
Man,
Zuckerberg and
Russia
Elon
is
Musk who
treating him like a oh
donated
my
to his
gosh.
inaugural
Am I
campaign to the
hearing
tune
this
of
right now?
millions of dollars. Wait, do you think that rich people reach a point? The freak, do you think that rich people reach a point and go, God, I've got enough money. I don't need any more. Do you really
They
think
reach for more. They want some more. No,
that's
richer
right.
want to
You
get
think the
richer.
rich?
Are you serious right now?
I've got $1 billion.
If
I
I
think
had,
I've got $1 billion. I've got enough. Maybe we should just.
All right. And then Karen Dave provided some clarification to the prior statement he made. New York relaxes and thank you for the super chat. He says New York relaxes statutes of limitations because COVID closed courts. make it impossible for somebody to get justice. That's why. Thank you for the super chat, and that's a good point.
Shout out to Karen Day for them super chats, bro.
Oh, and Karen Dave says Donald Trump accepted a plane. Yeah, so to freak, do you think somebody that's been voting their whole life and is a career politician who like knows they made mistakes with certain groups of people and they acknowledge their mistakes and they're still poor and they're obviously not taking bribes? Do you think that somebody like that is going to be a better presidential candidate than somebody that has made their entire wealth off of taking bribes for various properties to do business with them, that type of thing? Taking bribes in business is just part of it, right? You get schmoozed, you get things that impact your personal wealth, all sorts of stuff. Have you been a professional? What field of work do you do?
He's an insurance salesman.
So I've been in the business world a good bit throughout my life, and I can not count on all my fingers and toes the number of people that I have effectively bribed by taking them to lunch or buying them something cheap that they like.
Didn't the company, but what was it, Buy Vance or whatever? Didn't they donate a bunch of money to Trump and then Trump dropped like a huge case against them or something?
And these are not people like Trump, but they were people that were well off, right? They were in good, powerful positions in their companies, right? And they'll take a $20 lunch to change a decision, right? Or at least hear another opinion on something. And what about the Trump and Melania cryptos? Do you remember those rug pulls?
Do you remember
that's what I know, Jessica. We should talk about what Kyron, I'm really not sure how he pronounces it at this point, brought up. So, the freak, what do you think about Trump accepting a $400 million jet from a foreign state without the approval of Congress in direct and egregious violation of the emoluments clause of the U.S. Constitution, which states that anybody holding office shall accept no bribes or gifts from any foreign states or foreign dignitaries without the approval of Congress.
And isn't it an Air Force One plane now?
That's expensive. That's expensive.
I think they're going to spend like another $1 billion on top of it to have it converted. And the thing is that Trump will get to keep the plane when he leaves office, assuming that he leaves office.
Wait. How do you know that?
Because the gift was to Trump and not to the office of the president of the
Again,
United
how
States.
do you know that? That's a
Because it was gifted to Trump and not to the office of the president of the United States, like I just said. It was a gift to Donald Trump. It's like if I got a gift from a coworker at work, I get to keep the gift. The company doesn't get to keep the gift.
How do you know
because
this will
that's how
happen in the
fucking
future?
gifting works.
How do you know this happens in the future?
What happens in the future?
What happens in the future?
You just said you think it's gonna be more expensive and he's gonna pay him more. How do you know that?
Cutter. Yeah, they bribed him for business deals. Here's a $400 million jet. Now do what we
by
want.
giving him a plane. You think any old plane, any country's going to just give you a $400 million plane?
And isn't an Air Force base being extended to
Yes.
So now for like what, the first time or like
first time ever
that a foreign nation is going to have a military base in the United States?
First time ever.
That's really fucking weird, and that doesn't sit right with me, a statesman.
You know that
don't sit right with me.
Bribed by foreign nations as well, don't you?
What's that?
Don't you know that Obama and Biden also got bribed by foreign
nations? No, that's really bad. Sure, that's really bad. That's what's happening. Does not make it okay that Trump is doing it. So I don't know why you're bringing up Obama and Biden.
I agree with you. I'm just wondering, like, your speculations after that. Like
yeah, sure, that's horrible. I can't believe they did that. Why would they do such a horrible thing? But I was talking about Trump. I was asking the freak about Trump.
You're in office is a federal crime.
Because that's what the conversation is about, Samuel. Are you following? We're talking about Trump. We're not talking about Obama, who's been out of office for a
Where's Obama coming from? Obama got nothing to do with
it's
it.
just
how come he never got?
You want to talk about Trump?
We're talking about Trump right now.
Oh, the black guy. Oh, evil.
We're talking about Trump.
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. That's a straw man saying that that I'm racist.
I didn't say you were racist.
No. You just said, "Oh, a black man." Yeah.
Yeah. But are you denying that Obama was a black man?
Wait.
Are you denying that Obama was a black man?
No. I will say this: Barack Hussein Obama, because he is a Muslim. Right?
No, he's not.
No, he's not. He's a Christian. He's a Christian.
In a Christian church, a thing Muslims aren't allowed
to do. He says that he's Christian.
What the fuck?
He thinks because his middle name is Hussein that he's Muslim. That's why.
That's wild.
That is not wild.
That's a wild thing.
He said
he sold his country out.
Barack never claimed he was Muslim at all. He never said he was Muslim at all.
Guys, let's play along. Suppose Obama was Muslim, okay?
He sold his country out to Iran.
Oh, he sold his country out to the country he went to war with.
Bro, I'm not hearing this right now. I'm hearing crazy talk right now.
Yeah, because you don't know this.
You don't know that. You talk about Obama is Muslim, bro. You said Obama is Muslim.
What about
you said Obama is Muslim?
Hold up.
What's up, Hizzle?
Was his father Muslim?
What about the people who have followed his career his entire life? Those of us who have. You just learned about that shit when he became president. But we've been following his career his whole life.
Something called taqiyya.
Dude, you are stupid. Shut up.
Was Obama's father a Muslim?
You just learned about these people. Like we followed.
What does it matter?
I followed Joe Biden's entire fucking career.
Your father was a Muslim.
No, it doesn't. At least according to the Constitution and the Founding Fathers, which says that no religious test shall be admitted for admission into public office. So I don't give a fuck if somebody's Muslim. Just like I wouldn't give a shit if there were a Jewish president, and I'm pretty sure we've had Jewish. Have we had Jewish?
We've never had a Jewish president.
What about Grover Cleveland?
I wasn't sure if we had or not.
This is the problem. This is the problem. This is absolutely the problem.
Thank you, Jeffrey. At least you acknowledge that.
Super.
Obama wasn't scandalous. Thank you, Jeffrey, for at least acknowledging that.
And Nobody on Fire did another super chat. Thank you so much for the support. Nobody on Fire. He says Samuel denying inference about Trump based on all his actions wasn't on my bingo card for the night. Good point.
What?
Thank you for the super
Is
chat.
that sort of tacitly that he did have Samuel giving kids candy on his bingo card?
Let me make something clear. Let me make something clear. I am not making.
Yeah, there was a whole incident with Samuel wanting to give children candy tomorrow night.
Oh, really?
Fuck you, Taco.
What?
Yeah.
Hazel, you missed that. Oh, man.
No, tomorrow night is Dia de los Muertos.
So Samuel didn't have any candy, so he said, "Come back tomorrow night, and I'll have candy."
Oh shit!
I don't have any candy, but I got a puppy in my garage. You want a puppy in my garage?
Hold on, one second.
He didn't even say tomorrow afternoon.
I tried not to be that guy today.
I hope you're not actually indicating something sinister about what I said. You just.
I'm just joking around.
Earlier that nobody thinks you're thinking anything sinister when you say that. We just think you're a ding dong.
Yeah, no, you're just making It's fucking Halloween. It's Halloween, all right. It was just whatever. Here's the thing, to Nobody on Fire here. Let me make one thing clear. I'm not making any excuses for Trump or anything like that, right? What I'm saying
is him taking a bribe and being a sexual assailant.
I'm not gonna make any why would I defend that? I'm not gonna be like the freak. If he did it, then he should.
The freak, you surprised me today, bro. You surprised me tonight, bro.
Here's the thing, every single time, all right, the other side is neglected, the bribes neglected, all right, sexual battery, assault, and all that stuff, all right, neglected from the other side. You can dive in and see that other people have done
Democrats
it.
clean themselves out.
It's always
Democrats clean
and
house.
when it comes to
Republicans
this
don't.
with Obama, as I was saying, he says it's crazy. All right.
Monica Lewinsky.
John was a senator because he took a funny photo that was a little bit off
they
color.
want to hear it. And
Okay.
this is the issue.
Who brought up Monica Lewinsky? Yeah, one
That was
impeachment.
me.
He got out, right? Yeah, and he got out, right? After that one impeachment.
After denying it for 2 years, yeah.
Cool. But it taken Trump got 2 of them things.
Okay.
2 of them things.
Cool.
And
And he's still up in there.
With
Okay, so he
Monica,
should
it
be
only
impeached
happened
for
because
that.
of
Are
the
you happy?
government shutdown.
So he should be impeached for that. Are you happy? He should go to prison for that. No, you know what? Actually, no. Actually, you know what? Wait.
Should have
You know
resigned.
what?
I agree with
I
you.
actually think that
Yeah, he should get fired. Because he's unfit to run the office. He's unfit.
Should have resigned. I
A
agree.
stronger case
Get out.
is that he actually has been seen with Jeffrey Epstein while denying it, and
Yeah.
And the Epstein's
Absolutely.
files
It's
are
terrible.
still
I
not
agree.
Him and Jeffy were good buddies.
They should be
Bill
released.
Clinton? Yeah, Bill Clinton needs to go to jail for that
I
shit.
agree. I agree with
Bring his
that.
ass up.
That is
Yep.
that is
Yeah.
actually like undefensible. I agree with that. So I don't
It's
know why.
absolutely
you
indefensible,
think
which means he should be
that.
strung up for it.
Yeah, I'm
Exactly.
not defending that shit. But
Anybody. Anybody.
What's his name? What's your name?
Who?
The guy
Izzo?
with the American flag.
Leo?
Oh, no, Leo.
Leo.
Me?
When Leo talks about bribes, I'm like, hold on a second here. Like bribes? Really?
That airplane was a bribe, though.
That's called whataboutism. When I talk about somebody getting bribed and you say, yeah, but what about these other people that got bribed? That's by definition of whataboutism, which is a form of fallacy.
And they're known for that.
No,
Especially
Samuel,
the Iran
bribery
deal, right?
is a crime.
He got-
Robert
he actually
Menendez got
he sold his
convicted
country out
of
to Iran.
bribery
He
while
sold his country
Joe
out to
Biden
Iran,
was
and nobody blinked
president.
an eye when he did it.
Well, I mean, he didn't do that.
No, he didn't do that. Like, what the
That's not.
fuck?
No, that's not what happened.
I would be the first one to criticize it.
Yeah, that's why I just granted what you said. Yeah, sure. Barack Obama took bribes. That's horrible. He should have been impeached for that, just like Trump should be impeached for violating the emoluments clause.
Not only that, but just
Again.
because of the way of our electoral system is set up.
He should have been impeached for January 6th.
Hold on. We have basically legalized bribery right now because of the way of electoral funding. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, fucking
What
Citizens
about
United?
Yeah, Citizens United was the biggest mistake the U.S. Supreme Court has made since they allowed the Federal Reserve to come into power.
No, absolutely.
Okay,
Here's an
I don't know why everybody
we have
rails against
legalized
the Federal
bribery
Reserve.
now. We have
here's-
legalized bribery now.
Samuel, here's an example of bribery. The governor of Illinois, I forget his name.
Yeah.
Blagojevich.
Yeah, Blagojevich. Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
convicted of getting
Yeah.
bribed
Yeah.
for giving away Obama's seat by
Giving away
the
a seat.
Obama DOJ. He got put in jail. You know who pardoned him?
Trump.
Yeah, that's right. Trump pardoned him because Trump knows bribery is just how you get business done. And he will pardon corrupt Democrats as long as they're corrupt.
I get good deals, folks. I only get the best deals.
The best deals.
Again, sure.
Only the best.
Bringing a case against Eric Adams, the Biden DOJ is taking on
You're neglecting
the
one big
Democratic
thing.
mayor of New York. And you know who dropped that case? Trump.
And one big thing, and that's Obama
And it's
sold
fun-
out to Iran.
No, we didn't.
It's
You
funny.
keep saying that, but you haven't substantiated that claim.
Only because you don't want to listen.
You haven't. There's nothing for me to listen to. You haven't.
When I
substantiated.
started to ask you about Obama's father being Muslim or not, you said I don't care.
Yeah, this
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck what his his father could have been a cryptochronic couple-like, and I wouldn't care. Like,
His father is a Muslim.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
He went to school in a Muslim school, in a madrasa.
So, what's wrong with
And
that?
he still addressed himself as a Christian, though.
You think a Christian is allowed in a madrasa?
Oh my
What-
God.
what the-
Obama
have to
said
do?
he's a Christian.
So what?
I mean,
okay.
All right, real fast. There's another super chat. The freak. Nobody on fire says, "The freak say I'll drop Trump if he's found guilty of Epstein stuff or get muted."
Ooh.
Decisions. The freak might not. He might be AFK. Shit.
Are you there, the freak?
By the way, the freak grew up Muslim. Is he Christian?
Okay. This isn't like an open question. This was the freak say I'll drop Trump if he's found guilty of Epstein stuff or mute.
TikTok.
5, 4, 3.
This should not be hard, bro.
1, 0. All right.
Damn.
You said you would dump him?
No, he says because he's the Antichrist. That's
I mean, is MAGA that crazy in the head to not deny none of
what he
this?
wants you to say, the freak, is I'll drop Trump if he's found guilty of Epstein stuff. Can you say that?
You just have to. Oh Lord.
That's not the question.
All right.
That's not the question.
That was
Mute.
3 attempts. That's all I got.
Yep. He said. Mute.
Okay, Samuel.
Jessica, you're on point. Like, what's wrong with somebody being Muslim? This is what I don't get.
Yeah.
Yep. And this is coming from atheists, man. This is coming from atheists.
Yeah, like.
Hey, I mean, to each his own, for real.
Like, I'm perfectly okay with if like a Muslim ran for president and had a great message and all that. I'd vote for them.
Idiot.
I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
The mayor of New York.
I wouldn't mind it at all. As long as they're American citizens.
So is the mayor of London. The mayor of London
like
is Muslim. I don't have a problem with that.
If you say stuff like that, then you really are the part of the problem of why Trump won in the first place. Because
No, we're not.
that
You can't exclude
statement
them.
makes people actually think that no, I don't want to be part of it, right?
I don't.
People
I
say,
don't care.
You
that
can
other
be as
people are
Muslim as
racist.
American Pie. That people are like, hold on a second, that doesn't make sense. And you say, no, that's racist.
Yeah,
What
but
has he
it, but
done to
it, but
bring
it
in
does make
Sharia
sense
law?
though.
What has he brought?
No,
in
it doesn't.
Just like
Sharia law?
just like you can be as Jewish as American pepperoni pizza.
Yeah, the Jews don't go around and blowing people up and then celebrating.
Neither
Neither
do Muslims. Neither do Muslims. Muslims don't do that either.
Do you have
I
a
mean,
news
God,
channel?
man.
You came out of your head?
I mean, I might not believe.
You're talking about Israel?
Do you have a news channel?
What, Israel, Kurt?
Do you have a news
He's asking you a
channel?
Talk
question.
about. You want to talk about?
Do you
Israel?
ever see news? Like, does it ever like show up?
Who killed the 2 Jews in New York shouting "Free Palestine"?
I just want to ask you again.
Do you?
Do you have?
Yeah, I asked you the same question.
Why are we like this?
Do
is
you?
hard.
Who did it?
Do you? Because
Kurt
there's-
asked you a question, and this is just like a hard
people
pivot.
of all groups committing crimes and doing bad things.
When was
Oh, I don't know
the
how-
last time? When
No
was the
group
last
that
time?
doesn't commit
When was
crimes.
the last time a Jew committed a terror attack on American soil?
On
What
American
the fuck
soil?
does that have to do with Kurt's question?
No,
my God, the
I know
pivot.
we're misleading. That's
on American soil?
We're pivoting so hard, we're squeaking.
When was the last time a woman named Denise committed a crime in Winnipeg? I don't fucking know, but I
Nobody cares. It's
I
not.
committed
No,
a
you
crime
should
because
care.
I'm a woman
What the
named
fuck?
Denise.
Okay, what is 9/11?
That was
It's a
dumb
non sequitur.
argument.
9/11 was a fucking terrorist attack, a thing that's happened a lot of places by a lot of people.
Don't be disrespectful about 9/11, bro.
9/11?
There's people that take that shit kind of serious. You know what I mean?
Who is
People lost
responsible for 9/11?
families in 9/11.
Who is
you know
responsible
what
for
I'm saying?
9/11? A terrorist organization known as Al Qaeda.
Yeah,
And
they were
what is
Saudi
Al-Qaeda?
citizens.
What is Al
religion does
Qaeda? They're a
Al-Qaeda
terrorist
follow?
group. They're a terrorist group.
Terrorist
What
group.
religion do they follow?
They follow an extremist, highly fundamentalist, and extraordinarily dogmatic particular version of Islam.
So it's Islam. I don't care about your adjective in front of it. So it's Islam. So again, I'm going to ask you: when was the last time
Have you heard
a
of
Jew
Harry
committed a
Nickel?
terror attack on American soil?
What does that have to do with anything?
No, it has to do with everything because
I'm cool with my
what? So tell me then what it is.
I said Jews don't go around blowing people up and celebrating it, and Kurt says, "Oh my God, have you seen the news?" Well, Kurt, I'm gonna ask you something.
I think PP in the chat made a good point about Israeli.
Oh,
he said,
fuck you,
the
Planet
IDF has
Peterson,
literally
you
killed
fucking anti-Semite piece of
300,000
shit.
people, and they celebrate.
No. I challenge Planet Peterson in a bloodbath debate about Israel and Palestine right here, right now.
That would be
Only
too
me and him.
boring, Samuel.
No, because he's a fucking anti-Semite piece of shit. That's why.
How is he anti? Wait, hold on. How is he anti-Semitic?
I think everybody would tune out.
Well, okay, so listen, I don't need to talk about politics.
I don't know how we talk about Muslims now. I mean, I don't know how that.
Well, no, are we just gonna act like I didn't just ask that question? How is Peterson anti-Semitic?
You do it either because of ignorance or because of hatred of Jews.
How is Peterson anti-Semitic?
Okay, so when I actually asked Pat Peterson on his channel once about why he's for Palestine, he says that, Israel is killing kids. And I'm asking, no, that's not true. Give me evidence for that. And he told me to go fuck myself. That's why.
So you're saying you haven't seen the tens of thousands of TikTok videos of kids literally with their heads blown open?
How about you actually show me those TikTok videos and let's go through them?
I would, but the host of this channel is almost certainly not going to let me show the videos. But if we were channel,
of course, that's always the excuse. How about you look at the
videos? It's sad on both ends.
So you're trying to say that Planet Peterson is anti-Semitic because when you asked him a question, he told you to go fuck yourself? How does that make him anti-Semitic?
Leo, I know
what the fuck are you talking about?
Leo, how about you look at the videos of October 7th? Can you do that?
How does any of this mean that Planet Peterson is anti-Semitic?
Okay, I'm asking you a question. Can you look at the videos?
And you still haven't answered mine. How is Planet Peterson anti-Semitic?
You gotta answer Leo's first, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer it by asking you this question. How about you look at
asking questions isn't an answer to a question.
Okay.
How is Planet Peterson anti-Semitic? You would think if he was anti-Semitic, this would be really cool. You could be like, give me a couple minutes and I'll pull up this clip where he said this thing about Jewish people that's really bad or something. But you haven't done that yet.
How many questions of yours do I have to answer before you answer mine?
That's the same question I've been asking for 3 minutes. How is Planet Peterson anti-Semitic?
Okay, so I'm going to explain it again. Because he basically accused Jews of the blood libel and saying Jews are bloodthirsty. That's it. That's
no, he didn't.
That's what it all boils down to.
No, he didn't. He didn't say Jews are doing a blood libel. What he said is that a nation state is killing people.
Okay, I'll explain this. If you accuse Jews of genocide by
he didn't accuse Jews of genocide. He didn't say anything about Jewish people. He accused a nation state of committing genocide. Nation states can't be fucking Jewish, my friend. They're not people.
Leo, if you're gonna use a group of people for genocide based on TikTok bullshit videos and not look.
I'm not accusing a group of people of genocide. I'm accusing a nation state of genocide.
Of what Hamas did on October 7th, refused to watch those videos.
What Hamas did was really, really bad, and I condemn it thoroughly. But that has nothing to do with what I'm asking about.
If you're going to accuse Jews of genocide, and then
where did I accuse Jews of genocide?
That's not true.
Where did I accuse Jews of genocide?
No, that's not true.
Where did I accuse Jews of genocide?
Then I'm going to say that yes.
Where did I accuse Jews of genocide? Where did I accuse Jews of genocide?
No, I'm saying Planet Peterson. And I'm trying to explain this.
When did he accuse Jews of genocide?
Why do you keep interjecting when I try to answer?
Because you're not answering the question. You're making a bunch of claims, speaking past him and not answering. When did Planet Peterson accuse Jews of genocide?
No, he's
his
falling
specific
out.
word is IDF.
When I asked
he can't answer that question.
When I asked
he
him
can't
about
answer it.
It is on his channel. Right? He said that yes, Israel is committing genocide, and if you think that Israel and Jews,
so he said Israel is committing genocide, right?
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. Israel is a nation state.
And is it a Jewish nation state?
Is it a Jewish nation? They claim to be, yes.
So it's a Jewish nation state.
But Germany. But so is Germany a German state?
Yeah.
So when I say the Nazis killed a bunch of Jews, I'm saying the Germans killed Jews. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
You think the Germans, as a group of people, killed the Jews, rather than a specific political party that held power in Germany killing the Jews. So you're saying all those like 9-year-old German kids in 1939 killed Jewish people? They're responsible for the death of Jewish people?
Have you heard of Hitlerjugend?
Are they responsible for the death of Jewish people? 9-year-old Israelis are responsible for what their government's doing? Get the fuck out of here.
What are you talking about?
This is just, I have no arguments against it, so I'm just going to accuse you of anti-Semitism, despite the fact that you've never said anything about Jewish people, and you accuse specifically a nation state of committing genocide with the actions that it has been engaging in. And I even drew out an example by pointing to what the Nazi Party did and showing that accusing the Nazi Party of committing genocide is not the same thing as accusing the German people of committing genocide, because they're not the same thing.
Yeah, we have to listen. What is the
United States military went to war with Afghanistan. The American people did not.
What is the Hitlerjugend? What is the Hitlerjugend?
See, just asking completely irrelevant questions. Can't stay on topic.
What is the what?
Hitler Youth.
He's talking about the Hitler Youth, which is irrelevant to what I brought up.
No, it is relevant.
No, you're saying that there are people there, but it doesn't matter. Israel cannot act that way as a nation state. And it's not the Jews. It doesn't matter if every
it is a nation state for Jews Jews to be safe.
That's fine, but they can't do what they're doing.
What are you talking about?
When they make the actions that they make as a state, the citizens aren't doing it. The citizens absolutely do support the war against Hamas. Not all of them.
Yeah,
not all of them.
Most of them, the military do. Most of them do.
Oh, I don't know if
the people who are affected by it, who lost their families, absolutely do. Yes,
but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, and that's bad that those people support genociding others.
And this is the trope again: genocide. There is no genocide, and if you think so, that is a blood libel against Jews.
No, it's not. A blood libel is a specific thing. That's not what genocide is.
And this is why I said Planet Peterson is an anti-Semite, just like
right. But you haven't shown that he's an anti-Semite. All he said is Israel as a nation state is engaging in actions that constitute genocide against an ethnic demographic of people, which is true.
For the same accusation you just did, I call you an anti-Semite just like I call Planet.
Yeah, but I'm not anti-Semitic. I haven't said anything about Jewish people. No, I'm not.
That Israel is committing genocide, that's anti-Semitic.
No, it's not, because Israel isn't a Jewish person. Israel is a nation state.
Number one, Israel is not committing genocide.
I guess, guys, so I'm anti-Semitic in the same way that I'm anti-German because I didn't like what the Nazis did.
Yeah, Cody, I'm not.
So I'm anti-German. I'm bigoted against German people because I didn't like what the Nazis did. I'm Russophobic because I don't like the dictatorships of people like Stalin. I guess I'm anti-Chinese because I don't like the Chinese Communist Party and what the government of China does.
You're anti-Cambodian because of Pol Pot.
Yeah, I guess I'm anti-Cambodian because of Pol Pot too. Yeah, I just hate everybody, don't I? Oh God, I'm such a horrible person. Oh no, Leo, why would you do that? Why are you so anti-German? What do you have against the German people? Why do you think they're so bad because of what the Nazis did? This is just such shitty fucking reasoning.
It is very shitty reasoning.
Very shitty reasoning.
How did we even get here?
We probably shouldn't be here.
How did we even get here?
When America went to war.
I don't know. By the way, I don't know if Planet Peterson is still in the chat, but if he is, buddy, I got you back.
Yeah,
love your stuff.
Clearly.
Love your stuff. Keep it up.
Samuel, stop talking.
No, Leo. When America went to war,
you just don't ever let anybody talk.
Leo, when America went to war, did they attack all of Germany or only key points of it?
Shut up.
No, I will not shut the fuck up. Leo, when America went to war against the Germans, did they go against all of Nazi Germany or just part of it?
People like hearing themselves talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Leo loves to hear himself talk. because he won't shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Leo, answer my question.
Stupid stuff.
No, it's not
come
fucking
on.
stupid. Okay, no. The thing is that stupid is that Leo goes all over the
Seriously.
place and making stupid points and won't
No.
actually listen
I
when
am
they try to rebuttal
ethnically
it. So you
German.
shut the fuck up,
I
Kurt.
am
Leo,
fucking
when America
German.
attacked,
And
did they
I
attack
am
all of
not
Germany, or
anti-German.
did they
I
just
hate the
attack
fucking
key points
Nazis. Do you
of Nazi
understand
establishment?
that? That is not anti-German. And guess what? Senator Bernie
Super
Sanders
chat.
is
Yep.
Jewish.
And
Senator Bernie Sanders does not support what Israel is doing.
Bernie
in
Sanders is
Gaza.
I
so
don't care
based.
what
Does
Bernie
that
Sanders
make
says.
Bernie
That's an
Sanders
appeal to authority.
anti-Semitic?
That's an appeal to authority fallacy. I don't give a
No,
fuck.
it's not an
still a
appeal
Jewish
to
state.
authority. It's
Yeah,
asking
it's
you
still
to
a Jewish fucking
understand the
state.
terms you're using.
No, it's still a Jewish state for Jews by Jews.
And
I'm
real
trying to talk
fast-
over
okay,
Troy.
and real fast, there's 2 super chats. Somebody in fire says genocide is any act committed with intent to destroy in whole or in part national, ethnical, racial, or religious groups. Samuel, is this happening?
No, it's not.
Okay, and then Cody muted you for 2 minutes. Thank you so much for the super chats, y'all.
Well, I mean, he's muted, so but just
You
to
got
ask
2
the
minutes.
question, I mean, it's a rhetorical question. We all know the answer. Is purposefully starving a group of people with the intent of killing them off a genocide? Well, of course it is.
Absolutely.
Hold on. I have something to speak to this. Both. Well, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit of a tangent, but it does relate directly to the whole conversation this evening. And let me start with giving you my background. Okay, I have a bachelor's of arts in journalism. Okay, my minor was in journalistic methodology and ethics. Okay, what I'm seeing from both Sam and from DeFreak is that they have been easily swayed by hyperbolic rhetoric, propaganda being put out by certain political organizations. And I am almost positive that they do not take information from any other sources except for ones that actually are their confirmation bias. They do not have any way. They do not whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. What it is. It's the same across the board. It doesn't matter which political affiliation you have. MSNBC is just as bad as like OAN or Newsmax or Fox. Okay.
That's
all right. It's bad. And this is a direct result of horrible media and people being media illiterate. They actually believe the bullshit being fed to them by the mass media and alternative media as well. Alternative media can be just as bad or even worse because they live in a world of confirmation bias and they only want to hear what confirms what they want to believe. It's what makes them feel happy and comfortable. Okay. So DeFreak and Sam are both victims of this. And this goes right along with a religious mindset.
Welcome back, Sam.
Because they are only listening to what they want to believe, not taking on any information that is contrary or is contradictory to what they want to believe.
Right.
And that is a huge problem, not only in the United States, but worldwide.
That's absolute bullshit.
Huge thing.
Okay, so my bachelor's degree, my degree in journalistic methodology.
Biker's media trained, like he knows what propaganda is.
I know what propaganda. Do you know who Edward Bernays is? How about Gustave Le Bon?
Yeah.
Who is Gustave Le Bon and what did he write?
What you said about me is absolute bullshit. So number one. All right.
Hold on. Before you start, what is your information source? What do you use primarily?
My information source is the October 7th footage.
No. I'm just talking in general. I'm just talking in general. Is it RT? Is it Reuters? Is it Reuters?
This is where I found.
What is your media source? What is your media source?
I look around all across the board.
Okay, but what do you go to the most?
I mean, let's see. Like, actually, I don't go to any source. I look at myself. I can't really trust the media right now. and especially when it comes to this, because here's the funny thing: you say I'm a victim.
I want to ask the freak the same question. Shut up,
Colorado.
Samuel, shut the fuck up. I want to ask the
respond to
freak
you.
the same thing.
You accuse me of
freak,
stuff. I want to respond to you.
No, I'm seeing something.
You're seeing
the way
but you say it's not true.
And the way I am using
what you're saying is not
that
true.
I learned to understand how you were parsing your
okay,
information.
how about this? Do you see Piers Morgan as a
is
credible
flawed
source?
And is propaganda?
Do you see Al Jazeera as a credible source?
Yes, it is one of the best journalistic agencies in the world right now. 30%, 30% of their own stuff.
This is how you backfire right now when you say that Al Jazeera is a credible source.
Why?
Because it's absolutely inflated with just Jew
it all is, but they're one of the most journalistic. They have some of the best journalistic ethics in the world right now.
100%. There's no fucking ethics behind it.
Can I just ask just a really quick question, Sam?
No.
Were you previously?
No,
you're an atheist, right?
You asked my question. I asked you a question. You ignored it.
You're an atheist. You're an atheist, right?
No, you're gonna answer my question.
Oh, so you're not going to be
answer my question.
No, that's fine. Okay, I get it. You've been BTFO'd and your butthole is sore. We can take a break. We can take a break. It's all good.
I wanted to ask the freak the same question. The freak, what is your main news? What is your main source of information? What is your main source of news, the freak?
It's not Al Jazeera for sure.
C-SPAN.
C-SPAN.
Okay.
He said C-SPAN.
C-SPAN.
You know your bloodline.
You know
your bloodline. Ain't no day C-SPAN.
That's not a journalistic agency. That's not a journalistic agency. That is just watching politicians fuck everybody. What is your media source?
That's like me saying PBS or something.
The freak, what is Samuel, shut the fuck up. I'm talking to the freak. Shut your fucking hole.
He never shuts up.
I know.
We need to come in clutch.
The freak, what is your mass media sources that you go to most frequently?
Is a good
Shut the fuck up, Samuel. I'm talking to the freak.
CNBC.
CNBC. Okay.
You know, guys, the way you talk,
shut up, Samuel. Shut up, you asshole.
I'm just telling you guys the way you
Samuel,
talk,
shut the fuck up. The freak is talking.
David.
You see what they're doing, right?
What's Patrick Bet-David? Who's Patrick Bet-David?
Patrick Bet-David is he's a goofy. He's a goofball.
He's actually good. Leo, just because you think he's goofy doesn't actually makes him good, because it seems like you only follow assholes. And you know what, guys?
Did you just say
Christianity?
Got a 2-minute news. Sam's out of the
podcast ratings.
Oh,
thank you so much for Super Jack, Cody.
Good old Tim Pool, the Russian beanie. I don't watch the news at all.
No, I didn't.
Hey, do you know that
specific one? I'm saying ones that you actually watch are the ones that are influencing you. Okay, it's not. It doesn't matter which one it is. Each one has their own flavor and their own specific presentation that affects how the viewer perceives a message. You can take one story and present it 10 different ways, and you can get a different outcome 10 different ways, because it's not just how it is. It's not just the information provided, but it is the methodology and the verbiage and everything that is used. It's the presentation that can affect the message and how it is perceived and how it is, how people take on, and it leads them to a predetermined conclusion. CNBC, MSNBC, all of them, they are all guilty of the same thing. The days of Edward R. Murrow, Dan Rather, Walter Cronkite, those
Dan Rather was dope. Oh my God.
Those have been gone since the early 80s. Okay, the best, the what
Tom
Samuel was saying
Brokaw.
about MSNBC or not, I'm sorry, about Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera is actually one of the better news agencies in the world right now. 30%, 30 to 35% of what they report, or what they, 65% of what they report is reported in their own home country. They are not allowed to report about 35% of their own media in their home country.
All right, and Leo gets a free 2-minute mute to hand out whenever you like. So just let me know when you'd like to use that.
So,
Sure.
but what I want to get at, because Colorado, you have a journalism degree, so that's awesome.
Welcome back, Samuel.
I don't have a journalism degree, but
Yeah.
I do have a degree. And what I was taught was anytime you see a news article, ignore it.
Yeah.
Look at the news article to find the primary source data.
Yep.
Go to the
Oh shit!
primary
Oh
source
shit!
of
Hang
the
on,
data.
hang on. Professor Hizzle's a G. He just gifted me Arc Raiders.
Woohoo!
Samuel Haram's out.
Deluxe
for
edition.
40.
We love Hizzle. Right on Hizzle.
Deluxe edition.
Go Hizzle.
That's
You
freaking
didn't do
dope.
that.
Right
Thank
on.
you.
Sam
was
left.
just-
Now we can have a conversation.
I want you
Okay.
to have
And it
it.
That's
said,
what's
please
up.
run a vote to see if people want Samuel kicked for the
Nice.
day. Oh, okay. We'll do that instead.
Good shit,
Let
Hizzle.
me get that
Nice.
pulled up.
Okay.
But anyway,
Let me
so-
speak to what Kurt is talking about.
All right, so
Okay.
I got
Let me finish,
Samuel.
let me finish.
Hold
Wait,
on.
we're doing the trial of Samuel Haram right now. So hang on.
Okay.
So I got to put a vote up. So everybody in the chat who's watching,
Or maybe they could be used as like how he just gave a view away. I was
Israel did
thinking about
nothing
that.
wrong.
If
Israel wins.
Starving children is doing nothing wrong. It's
That's
on record.
That never
Maybe they
happened. That
can-
never happened. That's
all right.
Maybe
Well,
they
I
can
put a
be the
vote up.
ambassador.
I put a vote
Hold
up.
on.
The thing
You're a
was
Jew hater. You're a Jew
acknowledged
hater.
globally by the
You are
international
an
community,
anti-Semite. You're
which
lying.
near
Al
unanimously
Jazeera-
condemned Israel for
real
it,
fast,
in
real
which
fast.
even
We're doing
okay.
the vote of Samuel Haram. I muted the guys. So everybody in chat, make sure you put a vote up real fast because we're voting to see if we're moving Samuel Haram because that's what Hizzle wanted. We can figure out other details later for other stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I was just going to do 48 hours, but he asked to see if we vote to kick. So we're going to do that real fast. We're at 8 votes right now, leading the way with yes for voting or to remove Samuel for a day. We're at 67% right now. The no is at 33%. And there's 35 people in the audience right now watching. So if you haven't voted yet, make sure you get your vote in because this is a very, very close vote. It's all the way up to 70% on the yes for Samuel. It just dropped to 64%. We'll give this another minute or two, but everybody's getting their votes in. It's down to 58% on the should we ban Samuel for. It's down to 54%. I think Samuel started botting it. Is that 50-50? Samuel started pulling in additional accounts on YouTube and botting the vote. Samuel has started to bot the vote officially. So let's get our votes up, guys. Because it's back up to 53% on yes for banning Samuel for the day. Let's get up.
I'm
to 20
getting a
votes.
Geoverse TV vibe here.
We're at 15 votes right now. Let's get up to 20. 16 votes and 17 votes. 3 more votes, and we'll go ahead and call this vote. Let's get 3 more votes in. It's close. Samuel could still win this thing. I don't think he can win this thing now. Let's get 2 more votes in. It's at 63% on the yes and 37% on the no. 19 votes. Oh, man, we're getting there. I think Samuel's about to be eliminated until the next show, which is going to probably be on Sunday night or Monday afternoon. I'm going to be busy the next couple days. But should we ban Samuel for a day? Let's see. 1 more vote. We just need 1 more vote, people. Surely one of y'all has a vote. We got 65%. Oh, so they undid it. But we got 65% voting for banning Samuel for a day. So, Samuel, you have been voted off the island. Goodbye.
No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me that voted you off.
I didn't.
Just to
cast
finish
a vote,
up,
man.
I didn't either.
with Colorado.
Yeah.
The critical analysis of the primary source is the way that you as a person can figure out what's there.
Right.
And for me, that's the only thing that really matters is the primary source data. But primary source data can be actual videotape of what is taking place from several different angles. That's definitely primary source data that people can analyze.
And a good way to do that is, and whenever you're looking at any type of mass media for news information, one of the best things that I learned is you only have to read the headline, and you only have to read the headline and maybe a sentence or two. That's it. Anything else is going to be disinformation. It's going to be propaganda. It's going to be hyperbolic rhetoric. If you actually sit down and take a critical eye and look at the information that you're reading, this does not count for reporting, for live reporting like video or stuff like that. That doesn't really count. You can still use the same techniques, but what you're looking for is the language that is used, the adjectives, the verbs, things like that, and how they are used in context. And that will give you a great idea of whether the story has validity behind it, or whether or not whether it's being distorted to predetermine an outcome. It's really, really hard for a lot of people to look at media, whether it is television, internet, print, any of that, and for people to actually look at it and see what the actual story is compared to what is being presented. Because you can, like I said, you can take one story, you can take one bit of truth and present it 10 different ways and get 10 different outcomes. And all of the media, not just one outlet, is guilty of this. They are all guilty of it.
I do have to say, Hizzle, you are a G dude. That was more of just like a pipe dream that I was going to get a regular version. I did not agree.
No, I get it, man. No, you need it.
Yeah, I did
You
not
like it.
expect somebody to go over the top like that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, bro. I appreciate. I mean, like, yeah, no, it's all good, dude. And I'm gonna join you.
It's just something fun to have on in the background that I enjoy playing. You know.
Yep. I'm gonna join you here, not tonight, but
well, I'm glad you got it.
What game
So
is it?
That's what's up. Arc Raiders. I heard about it.
It's that game that Nobody on Fire and
that y'all be playing.
Howdy and I were playing for like 3 days. That we were just play testing.
Nice. That's cool.
Oh, that was play testing?
Yeah, they were doing a server slam trying to see what was going on.
Oh, that's dope.
Making sure that the servers could support an influx of players.
Okay. One thing I wanted to get back to this though.
Okay, can I finish what I was saying before
Go
I
ahead,
was
Leo.
cut
Sorry.
off like 5 minutes ago? So,
go, Leo.
Yeah, Israel never starved people. Yeah, they did, to the point that like the international community near unanimously condemned Israel for doing it. At which point Israel allowed food aid in, and then they just started killing people as they went for the food. Like there's just go to YouTube and be like, Israel killing people getting food, and you can watch them do it. Like, this is not difficult. Never in my life did I think that they would just openly videotape a genocide, post it on the internet for people to see, and then people go, oh, that's not a genocide. But this plays to something that I've been noticing a lot. As I understand it, Samuel is an atheist. I'm pretty sure he is. I would wonder if he used to formerly be a Muslim, because something I've noticed about atheists who formerly used to be Muslims is they're like super pro-Israel, but they're only pro-Israel for the ulterior motive of hating Muslims and sort of putting up this pro-Israel facade to shroud their deeply anti-Muslim beliefs. This is something that Ridvan, the apostate prophet, has fallen into. So that's why I was asking him if he was an atheist, because I was then going to ask him, did you used to be a Muslim, or like were you raised in a Muslim in a Muslim environment? And with the last name Samuel Tawhid, it's probably not his real last name, I don't know. That's what I would presume. And so he's very pro-Israel because he's very anti-Muslim. And so it's a way for him to attack Muslims as being evil and gross and all that stuff. And if you don't agree, well, then you just hate the Jews.
So
I think it's also
a conversation with him, Leo, once where he did not say that he had grown up Muslim, but that he had grown up in a Muslim environment.
Okay.
That would explain it. So that would, because he saw it and it's the whole thing was ridiculous. I mean, I have not heard really anyone as bad as him in quite a while. That was crazy.
Well, the other problem I have is this sort of essentialism that all of this conversation style has, right? The government of Israel and the defense force of the government of Israel are the ones who are doing the actions. These are not groups of people based on their ethnicity or religious identification who are taking these actions. They are the agencies that are doing it. And it's you can be a member of an ethnic group or a follower of a religion, and you're not responsible for everything everybody in your group or who says your religion is their religion does.
Yeah, and there have been huge protests by Israelis to stop the war, to stop that even Israeli citizens are calling it as a genocide. There have been huge protests. There have been movements over there to remove Netanyahu and other members of the Knesset because
66% was the number I saw of Israelis who do not support Netanyahu.
Yeah, and it's growing. It's been growing.
Yeah, no, Netanyahu is really not that popular at all.
No, he's a piece of shit. He's right along the same lines. Once we got into the, he's a wannabe totalitarian dictator.
Oh, he's
just the same as
I believe that.
Yeah, he got rid of some ability of the Supreme Court to hold him responsible for crimes.
Yeah, he just did that earlier this year, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, looks like they're following a playbook. So
exactly,
but it doesn't get reported, and it's not getting reported to the same extent as everything else in our country within our own government. Because they're trying to hide it, they're trying to keep it, under the carpet. They're trying to keep it under the carpet. Oh no, don't look at that. Look over here.
Pay no attention to the genocide behind the curtain.
Yeah, exactly. Even if you don't, and what wasn't it one of the world organizations? I forget who it was that they actually declared it a genocide.
You want to know what really put the nail in the coffin for me? I can't remember, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But just to ride on those coattails really quick, what really put the nail in the coffin for me is an organization that does not get involved in politics. They don't talk about politics, and on only a few occasions have they labeled what they have experienced where they went as genocide. They have a couple times in Africa, and they have with what the state of Israel is doing to Palestinians, and that is Médecins Sans Frontières, or Doctors Without Borders.
Yeah,
they very much not into politics and have straight up said
they try and stay as neutral as possible.
Exactly, and they straight up were like, "No, this is a genocide. What is happening here is a genocide. They're genociding."
It's not just because of what they were seeing from a distance. It's the reports that were coming back from their own doctors that were in
who
Palestine.
have also been in other countries that everyone, including probably Samuel, will agree have experienced genocide.
Like
so they're
Rwanda.
also speaking from experience. Yeah, like Rwanda, Darfur. Oh God, there's one more, I think.
The East African country.
I think so, yeah.
I might have on
fuck. It's not Ethiopia, is it?
No, Eritrea.
There we go. Yep.
It was the Ethiopian-Eritrean conflict, but there's also the one on the western coast of eastern coast of Africa, Somalia.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
They've been all there, and they've said, there's some of these are genocides, and they're like, this here. What's happening here?
Is a genocide.
And what Israel is doing,
even if they didn't classify it as a straight up genocide, at minimum, it is ethnic cleansing.
Oh yeah,
which is still 100%. A crime against humanity.
No, and here's the other problem: is that the discussion of this as either a religious or ethnic movement creates all kinds of difficulties, in the sense that it gives people the mindset of pluralism is bad. These people who are this ethnicity that's not mine, or this religion that's not mine, are bad, and therefore if we allow them in, it's going to be a problem. No. Pluralism is beneficial to the people who tolerate the pluralism.
And that brings us right back around. That brings us right back around to the anti-immigration crap that's going on in the United States right now. It's the same thing. It's brown people Okay.
Yeah. Nobody that's saying I'm going to call ICE on you is saying that to a white guy that they got into a scuffle with. That it's not. They're saying it
Or
to
a
the
guy with
brown
an Irish
people.
accent who's
Ask
been here
yourself.
for
It's basically.
I don't hear no European illegal immigrants. Yep, straight up. Oh.
Yeah, when was the last Norwegian you saw
Asmongold watched a
being
video.
kicked out?
Asmongold watched a video. I think he was a Muslim.
Asmon mold.
Yeah, he watched a video. This guy was a Muslim. I think it was a Muslim, but his parents filed his paperwork improperly, and so ICE deported him.
Yeah,
and he had been in the U.S. for like 20-something years.
Yeah, you ticked the wrong box, and next
because
thing you
of
know, you're on your
paperwork error.
plane.
Yeah, and so they deported him to London.
And unfortunately,
and he was
what
like,
people don't.
And
oh,
he
go
was
ahead.
like, "This makes me even more America first."
He was
Because
MAGA?
No. I mean, he's just saying that he was just saying that everywhere outside of the major city is third world country, and it made him miss America a lot.
Ah, okay. Now,
In
what I
London,
find is
he
what I
said
find
that?
is amazing about all this is that
I
these
just thought it
people-
was interesting. I
yeah,
thought it was
this
an
whole
interesting clip.
anti-immigration thing really surprises me because we've gone through this time and time again. We had the Anti-Chinese Exclusion Act. We had the act about Irish immigrants during the potato famine. All this is a recurring theme of xenophobia. But who the fuck are the people who built this country? Who are the ones that are doing the construction right now? Who are the ones that are picking your vegetables out in the fields? Who's the one cleaning your hotel room? Who's the one working in the kitchen at the restaurant you're eating? Immigrants. These are people that we have always had coming into this country, and they deserve a chance. Yeah, maybe they came in without any documentation or did it the wrong way, but we do have a path to
So did
legal
all those
citizenship.
Irish, those Italians, like
Italians,
I
Irish,
literally had
even
people
Germans
tell
after
me
World War
that
II.
their ancestors were legal before they came here, and I said, "You think that your German ancestors in like 1872 had all their documentation to come to the
They
United
had no
States, a country
documentation.
they've never been to, and they didn't have internet, so they couldn't get the documentation before they hopped on a fucking steamboat in like Amsterdam or something and made their happy ass way over here? No, the fuck they didn't. Shut the fuck up.
They
You
came
don't know
through
what the
Ellis
fuck you're
Island. They
talking
came
about.
through Angel Island in San Francisco, Ellis Island in between New York and New Jersey. I mean, we've had this going on for a long time.
Give me your
another.
I know for a fact mine did not.
Your
back in
huddled masses
1988.
yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shores. Send these, the tempest tossed to me. I lift my light beside the golden door.
Shore. Is it shore or door?
I
always
think it's
forget.
door, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. But we've seen the xenophobic response, and this is all being engineered. This is all being engineered by the powers that be because this is another distractionary tactic. It's divide and conquer. Get them.
You know it's
against each other.
distractionary.
Yeah.
Colorado, remember between 2017 and 2020, you never stopped hearing about the caravan.
Yep.
Never hear about the caravan anymore.
Then all of a sudden, the news coverage of it just stopped.
There's no
dead.
longer a caravan? Did it stop?
It just went nowhere.
Hold
It just
on.
disappeared. It vanished into thin air. That's my whole point about the media. And we have built
It was
this country
bullshit from the beginning.
Yeah, and it's still bullshit right now. And if you actually believe it, then you are gullible as fuck. There's no
You
way
say
around
Trump initiated Trump the peace deal. Yeah, and they're still bombing each other still now. What are we talking about?
Yeah, and actually, people are saying, "Oh, Trump is, he's deporting all these people." Blah blah blah. Obama has the record so far. He has deported more people in his one term than Trump did in his last term and this term combined. Huh? What? Because the methodology and the way
the way he's doing it without no dang due process.
Yeah,
It's just
Obama
like
gave him
crazy.
due
When
process.
Obama was doing it, it was because it was like what the government wanted to do, and they brought him before a judge, and the judge agreed, and the judge signed off on it, and they deported him.
Right.
You know,
which
they're not
they're not getting now. That's the problem. Once you step foot on American soil, citizen or not, the Constitution guarantees you due process. And
Due
that is what is
process.
being. What?
Yeah, no, that's a fact, bro. We need due process.
You don't need to be. You do
No,
not need to be a
that's false.
citizen for
dependent
due
on
process.
citizenship.
Due process means that you have
No,
the
it
right
doesn't.
to appeal it.
No, I don't know if it
You
appears in the
have the right
Constitution, but
once
due process applies to all
Anybody
persons
who
under
steps
the
foot on
jurisdiction
American
of the
soil.
United States of America. You
Right.
don't have to be a citizen to be under the jurisdiction of the United States of America.
And that
if
also
you are
applies
residing
for
in the country illegally and you kill somebody, you will be arrested by American cops. You will go to an American court. Your case will be heard by an American judge. And if there's a jury, it will be a jury of your American peers.
And you will
Because
have
you
the
are
right to
under the
face your
jurisdiction
accuser.
of the United States of America. Yes, it
Yes,
does.
they
You
do. They
the
have
right to
exactly
due
the
process.
same rights.
Yes.
They have
don't have
exactly
all
the
the
same
same rights that a citizen does, but
With
they do
due
have basic
First,
rights.
second, third.
They have the rights to have their court case heard in court.
You
with
have a
due
right to an
process.
attorney. You have a right
Yeah.
to face your accuser. You have a right to a speedy trial
Due
by
process.
jury.
Oh
You
my
have
God.
all the rights. No, it is given
Well,
to
it's not given to
anyone
just the
on
citizens.
American soil. Anyone. It doesn't matter what country you are from, what nation, unless you are actively working against the United States in seditious or terrorism. Then that's because of the Patriot Act, which is another nightmare that got entered in. So it doesn't matter. It does.
What the fuck does that mean?
There are other countries that have more rights than we do.
The freak, you
No,
just
we're not.
don't know enough to
You
be
don't
talking
know
about
enough
this
about
sort of
the whole
thing,
country.
and
Yeah.
you really shouldn't. Just save
The
yourself.
freak,
You're
I'm
not-
surprised at you, bro. As a brother in Christ, too, I'm surprised, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
The
gonna
freak-
say.
The freak, I
I'm
just
gonna
have
roll
one-
out, gentlemen. Grub time and smoke time.
Hey,
Nice.
Take it easy, Adrian.
Hey,
Have a
Yeah.
good one,
all right,
buddy.
Leo.
Good seeing you, man.
Take care,
Jay
Adrian.
Money. Hell yeah, y'all.
See you, brother.
Not substantially, no.
No, not enough to make a
In
difference.
construction,
And in
it's about
fact, in some
5%.
instances, it's actually made labor rates go up.
Yeah, it depends on the field, but in construction,
Depends on what it
does
is,
drop
yeah.
at about 5%.
To Freak, you said something about the Constitution that concerns me a little bit, so I just want to make sure here. Do you
A
think
bit?
do you think the Bill of Rights is not part of the Constitution? Okay, I just want to make sure you understand those amendments are to the Constitution, making the Constitution different, correct? Okay, so I'm going to give.
Nope,
Hold on, please.
not just
Here, let me-
citizens.
guys,
Anyone in the country, anyone on American soil.
Let me run through this. Let me run through this with him real quick. The Freak. Hold on. The Freak.
That's just a non sequitur. That doesn't
That's a
follow.
non
Like it
sequitur.
doesn't
Yeah, that's
follow
not
that
what we're
because
talking about.
we apply the Bill of Rights to anybody within the jurisdiction of the United States.
Yep.
That therefore we should just take over the world. Why would we do that? Why would we do that?
So ignorant.
Why would we do that?
There are other
Freak, I'm
countries
begging
where
you to stop
their citizens
talking
have
about
more rights than we do. Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Holland,
England,
France, England. They have more rights than we do. So why shouldn't they be doing the same damn thing? Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. You don't know. A bunch of them do. Most
They have
of
probably
them do.
freer speech than we do.
Yeah,
we
they've got-
aren't the only country with free speech.
Yeah. There's a lot. You really have no
I wouldn't
idea
actually.
of what you're talking about when it comes to this. There are a lot of places. Yeah,
You're
pretty
wrong
much.
a lot.
Yeah, that's you demonstrated that time and time again.
To Freak.
Well, I don't know what that has to do with this discussion.
What is amplitude? What is amplitude?
No.
Wait, did you just say as a syllogism? Obviously, I know what I'm talking about, so I know what I'm talking about.
I
Is
think
that
you
Because
did.
I'm
A
talking about
tautology.
your
A
like, knowledge?
tautology.
The things that I know are things known to me. That's your level of discourse.
Love the tautology. I don't know.
Yeah, that's how I learn about those
them, but
things.
I'm well informed on them.
Oh my God. DeFreak, seriously, there is zero chance that the United States can just imperialize the world. That is not a possibility, nor is it a good idea. In fact, it's a terrible idea.
Yeah,
The United States
colonialism
does
is really bad.
control the United States, and it has laws that apply to all people here.
They have to be in the United
Yeah,
States.
you're missing the important
You're
part.
missing
You're
the
freaking
point.
that they're in the U.S. While
They are-
in the U.S., they have these
Under
protections.
the jurisdiction of the United States.
Because we
Yeah.
can't manage
You can't
everything.
just like you're doing like Michael Scott on The Office. I declare bankruptcy. You're like saying, "Oh, we're
Yes.
the
Yes,
empire
they
of
do.
the world," and then
Yes.
that's it.
Yes, they have the
It's the
exact same
dumbest
rights
thing
that
I've
you
ever
do
heard.
as a citizen or non-citizen.
Nope. Nope.
For
Nope.
the first,
Nope.
fourth,
That has
first,
nothing to do
third,
with due
fourth,
process.
Fifth Amendment, Sixth Amendment, they still apply. They still apply. And there are foreign nationals that do live in this country that they can get a permit to have a firearm.
Oh yeah, and actually the NRA was against
Yeah.
a law that was going to make sure there was a citizenship check before you could buy a gun. The NRA came out hard against it.
Yep. So if you were no,
you
that
not
is where you
understand
That's
how
nonsense.
stupid you sound
this is
saying
the-
that is
saying
no. You must be.
This
Do
is
you not understand?
this is the worst
how
slippery slope
stupid
I've
that
ever
is?
heard.
Yes. If you do it legally, you can get a permit to do that. Yes.
DeFreak,
Getting a
real
green
quick,
card.
DeFreak,
Yeah.
I'm going to propose. DeFreak, I'm going to propose something to you real quick. DeFreak, please calm down just for a moment. DeFreak, chill for just a second and listen.
Because so that you can actually get social services, so you can actually apply for Medicare, Medicaid, you can apply for food stamps, you can apply for educational benefits that are only available to US citizens. No, they do not.
Well,
My
nobody
wife
gets
never
free
got
healthcare.
it. My wife never got any sort of social health care from the federal government for the entire time she was here until she recently became a citizen.
And DeFreak, what tribe of Native Americans are you from? Okay, so your ancestors came here even though they weren't citizens. Is that right? And do you think that they were just like it was open season on anybody who wasn't an American and they could just like do anything to them until they became a citizen and they had no rights at all? Or did they decide that these people are perfectly okay and we don't want to harm them at all and they'll just become incorporated and their kids can be citizens here and that's fine? That's my guess is the second thing. Yeah. Just like happened to everybody who lived in the United States under Ronald Reagan.
You literally
know that
could do
Ronald
that in the
Reagan
20s.
declared amnesty and said everybody in the United States is now a citizen.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people from Central and South America right now in the military that are on an expedited path to citizenship because they are willing to serve in the military and risk their life for our country.
No, but that's not what the Trump administration is doing. There was a guy who served his time, hadn't had his paperwork through, and he got deported to fucking
They're
El
kicking
Salvador.
them out of the military now. These are people who signed a contract with the U.S. government, and they are going back on their obligation. No, it's not far-fetched. There's dozens of examples that have happened just in the
That's
past 10 months.
far-fetched. A man rising from the dead is just like, of course.
Yeah, well, yeah, he does believe that.
Hey, the freak, I'm gonna tell you something. The military don't like Trump.
Oh no, they hate him. They hate him.
I work with these people. They don't like Trump. There are some fans, but nah.
Did you see the faces of the generals when he was rambling on and on?
Oh my god!
Good old DUI hire Luke Cage's breath.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What?
Why think they've been impotent?
I don't know. I don't know if they have sexual dysfunction or not.
The only people who no,
I'm against it because the changes he wants to make
man
are
is
fascist.
bad tonight. That's already established. That's not the reason. The reason is because he's an incompetent moron.
Yeah.
The only people that are saying that are you, DeFreak, and fucking and Donald Trump. Like nobody thinks those generals are incompetent except for Trump. He's telling you that. That's it.
These are most of these generals are people who have spent their entire life.
We've won lots of awards.
The amount of education that someone needs to get to a field officer grade in the United States is typically the equivalent of a PhD.
Yeah.
They have to be highly educated.
Yep.
That's why we have things like the Naval War College.
How many
in
wars
Monterey,
have we prevented?
California?
How many have we prevented?
Well,
do you really want to know why?
Not always a war, and sometimes just a
Do you really hold up? Do you really want to know why? Do you really want to know why we were bogged down in Afghanistan for 20 years? Do you want the real answer? Because Afghanistan had a variety of resources American corporations wanted, and so they lobbied the government to go over there and install dictators that were going to give those corporations the resources, and that's what they did.
Yeah, pretty much.
American corporations have done this in Central America. They've done this in South America. They've done this in the Middle East. Yep. They've done this in Africa.
They're trying to do it in Afghanistan because that is the world's largest repository of rare earth elements.
It reminds me of a quote from a song. It's either by System of a Down or maybe it's one by Just Serge Tankian. But it's called The Unthinking Majority. And the quote goes as follows. I believe that you're wrong, insinuating they hold the bomb. Clearing the way for the oil brigade. Clearing the way for the oil brigade. Which makes pretty clear. I don't even know if anybody heard the fucking quote because three people decided to call.
I know exactly I know exactly what song that is, Leo. I'm very familiar.
Have you ever heard of a little pamphlet written by a guy, Smedley Butler? It's called War is a Racket. Have you ever read that? He hasn't ended shit.
He's doing so much to end all wars that he renamed it the Department of War, is blowing up Venezuelan fishermen, and is placing military ships off their coast. He's fucking accelerating all these things around the globe. He's pissing off our enemies, but he's anti-war. Yeah, totally.
He swore he was going to end the Ukraine war before he took office.
On day one, it's going to be over.
No, he did not. He swore it was going to end after he met with Putin. Did it end? No, it did not. He says he can end any war he wants anytime. The Ukraine war is still going on.
He said he was going to end it on day one of his presidency. Gee, it's been 10 months. You think he's a little late? There is no negotiating with Vladimir Putin.
I could probably handle him better than Donald Trump.
With him is to kneel in front of him and see if he needs anything.
Why did he say he could do it?
I wouldn't tell him anything. I wouldn't need to tell him anything. No. If you want to know what I would do, I would mobilize 150,000 American troops into Ukraine, and I would put Russia under the boot.
I'd also get the EU involved as
Russia is absolutely no fucking challenge to the United States.
Prigozhin got halfway to Moscow.
They're almost out of armor. They're almost completely out of armor. The Russians are getting their asses handed to them. They're pulling out old tanks and armored personnel carriers that they've had in mothballs. They're getting their asses handed to them by a small little country that was illegally invaded by another country.
No, seriously, Prigozhin, who was one of their guys, literally could have taken Moscow, but he got bought off. And then they assassinated.
Wagner Group?
His name is Prigozhin.
Wagner Group.
Yeah,
Peter Prigozhin.
He would have taken the capital easily, but he got bought off, not realizing he was being bought off to be assassinated later.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, gee, his airplane went down. Technical malfunction, my ass.
Oh, totally.
Wagner.
They were.
They were
universally accepted.
They were like 60 miles outside of Moscow, or 100 miles.
There was nothing between them and taking the
nothing. They could have taken over.
You think invading a nation is immigration? Or what the fuck are you saying, my guy?
Russian. The Wagner Group was composed of Russians. No, they're not Ukrainian. Oh my God, the freak! You are so fucking stupid sometimes. Wagner Group was a Russian army. They're Russian in
Eastern
Russia, taking parts of Russia. Don't you understand the word?
You think that the Russian military invading violently another nation is Russians immigrating?
And not only that, but Eastern Ukraine. Hold on.
They didn't force Ukraine into NATO. In fact, I'm pretty sure that even before the war broke out, Ukraine had been vying to get into NATO. They wanted to get into NATO before the war broke out because that could have been a deterrent to it breaking out at all. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And not only that, but Eastern Ukrainians, hold on, Eastern...
My God.
That was because of the British. That was because of the British colonialism. That had nothing to do with
make that deal between 2016 and 2020. Did he? No, he did not.
Yeah, I really don't know where you're getting your information. It is really wrong.
Russia had invaded Ukraine by the time Trump took office, yet Russia was in Ukraine. They had already invaded.
You guys know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my shotgun and I'm going to immigrate to DeFreak's house.
I just got a PS90. You want to borrow it?
Maybe.
DeFreak, do you understand
50
that
rounds.
Russia is illegally occupying Crimea and they illegally occupied it from 2016 to 2020 and Trump did fuck all about that?
Yep. And how about this? You were saying immigrating. Okay. Well, how about this? Shut up. Hold on. Let me make my point.
No.
Let me make my point. Let me make my point. The Eastern... You were saying Russian immigrating. Do you realize that Eastern Ukraine?
Oh, that's not true.
This
is like saying, "Oh, Kim Jong-un is such a great leader. 99% of his people approve of him." Like,
yeah. Hold on, I've got a point to make. This is a very, very salient point. Okay, you said, "Oh, well, Russia immigrating and all that." Do you realize that the majority of the eastern half of Ukraine are ethnically Russian? The ones on the western half are ethnically Polish. Okay? So it's not anybody moving from one place to another. All right? The reason why Vladimir Putin wanted to invade Ukraine was for resources, because those rare earth minerals and all those minerals and the lithium and the farmland that is one of the richest wheat growing regions in the world.
It's the world's breadbasket.
It's the world's breadbasket is eastern fucking Ukraine. That's why Vladimir Putin wants it. He doesn't give a fuck about the people. That he won't be able to do what he wants to do with it. That's why he didn't like it. No, that had nothing to do with it. That had nothing to do with it. He wanted the resources. Nope. He wanted the resources.
Campaign manager.
He also wanted the nuclear power plant.
You need to know the real story. Freak, you don't know anything. Can I teach you something, Freak?
Yes.
So you can understand
Yes, because
Trump's campaign manager, Paul Manafort, got a guy elected president of Ukraine, Yanukovych. He was so corrupt. Yanukovych was so corrupt. Ukrainians threw him out. And they threw him out because he was stealing money from the government.
DeFreak.
You can definitely tell this guy gets his information from Russian asset Tim Pool, the Russian beanie.
Yeah. After they threw Yanukovych out, that's when Putin decided to invade Crimea. That's what happened.
Because Putin no longer had a stooge in office.
Joe Biden had nothing to do with it.
He had nothing to do with it.
You know what, guys? I can't believe that Joe Biden crucified Jesus. How dare he?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Thanks, Obama.
I thought it was Clinton.
No, it was Grover Cleveland. Come on. Democrats have been bad forever.
Yeah.
Are you guys sure? I thought FDR might have played a hand in that.
Yeah, no, the FDR was there with Jesus for sure.
It was William Henry Harrison.
It's the Dutch, I'm telling you.
Oh, the Dutch.
Them goddamn... Them
I'm Dutch. Isn't that weird?
No, you're not making sense. What you're saying is objectively wrong.
It's Adrian is a Christian. We're not making fun of him. Notice that?
Other than, I don't know, the massive number of resources Russia would be able to control.
And the access to the Black Sea?
Yeah, access to the Black Sea, which gives access to the Atlantic, I believe.
Yeah, deep water ports. Because Russia has massive oil refineries on the Black Sea, and the best way to get the oil out of there is through there because it's an all-weather deep water port. Do you think that's why he wanted Crimea?
So?
Yeah, of course it is. But they left Russia when the Soviet Union fell.
Yeah, and the people of North Korea think Kim Jong-un is a great leader. 99% of them do, in fact. Kim Jong-un is such a great leader. In fact, he's probably the world's greatest leader because 99% of his people voted and said that he is,
99.999.
Yeah.
Because the rest are all in gulags and death camps.
Oh, no, they do get to vote. It's just if you vote the wrong way, well, maybe take
you end up in a gulag or a death camp.
It's the same thing they did to Crimea. Oh God, you're so
uninformed on this.
Oh my God, you're not getting it. Yeah, just like they have referendums in North Korea about how much people love Kim Jong-un.
Okay, guys, I got to go to sleep. It's been a good night.
Yeah, good night, Kurt. Great talking. Great seeing you, man.
See you later, man.
I don't know.
You really have drank the Kool-Aid, DeFreak. You really have drank the Kool-Aid. I am amazed that you can't understand basics.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not, though.
Yeah, it has everything to do with it because the majority, if not all, of what you said, because almost everything that you have said is demonstrably incorrect because you have been basically brainwashed by bad media, hyperbolic rhetoric coming from
And
sources that are
podcasters.
incredibly bad. Well, you're demonstrating it. It's not an assumption. You're demonstrating that. Okay. There are other people that know geopolitics a hell of a lot better than you in this room right now. I know it pretty damn good.
Most people on stage know.
Most people on TikTok know it better than you.
Speaking as someone who's mostly been listening to Freak,
Not
CB, who has a journalism
Brother,
degree,
not at all.
probably knows geopolitics better than you.
Please don't. Please don't.
Well, not necessarily.
Yeah, it's not necessarily. Yeah, propaganda can be used for good and for bad. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, all during World War II, we had tons of propaganda on our side that used Donald fucking Duck, okay, and humor to get across.
Punch your local Nazi.
Have you heard of Rosie the Riveter?
Fuck him up.
Rosie the Riveter, Uncle Sam, I need you, stuff like that. It was all over the place. It's not all bad. Some of it can be good, but it has to be based on good information. Oh no, I know that I am affected by it, but I also know to recognize when I'm being affected by it and how to mitigate it and how to avoid it wherever possible. There are
At
still
least with respect to bad propaganda.
I know
bad
what it
or
looks
good.
like is the
Bad
thing.
or good.
It's a lot
If you
easier to
know
not be
what you're
affected
looking
by it.
for. Sorry, Donnie, what?
I'm going to assume it's the same with UCB, but I know what to look for as far as propaganda is concerned. And so it's a lot easier to not be affected by it when you know what it looks like.
Exactly. And once you actually have a good understanding of media literacy, you can spot it in a heartbeat. In a second, you can pick it out and go, wow, that's fucking propaganda. Okay. There's another thing. Do you know who Gustave Le Bon is? Okay. That's not propaganda. Okay. Gustave Le Bon wrote a book called The Crowd. It's a very good book, and it has to deal with how crowds, groupthink operates, and how to use it to manipulate masses of people. And it's in politics, it's in religion, it's also in marketing and advertising and just about every part of your daily life. And once you're able to recognize, everybody.
No, right wingers are just gullible enough to fall for all of it.
Yeah, they're less educated and more prone to it.
He didn't just name drop. He asked you if you knew about this author who wrote this really good book who helps to understand this thing. We are all in the same boat. The boat is sinking, and the people on your side are going, "No, it's not." What?
Yeah.
That water's been there. What are you talking
rearranging
about?
the deck chairs on the Titanic right now, okay?
No, it's even worse than that. It's one side is saying, hey, there's a leak. We need to fix that and bail out water, and starts trying to do that. And the other side says, there's no leak. Let's make one, and starts drilling holes in the
Yeah,
fucking
starts
bottom
drilling.
of the boat.
Hey, let's drill a hole in the bottom to let the water out.
What?
Okay.
No.
Let me give you a little background here. I hate the Republicans. I hate the Democrats. I am what I would refer to as a true independent. Okay. The last time Trump was up for re-election, or not the last time, the first time he was up for election. Okay. I voted for Gary fucking Johnson.
Yeah, better, much better.
Much better. Okay.
But still,
yeah, still not the best choice. We don't have a good choice. The last election, the only reason I voted for Harris is because she's the only one that had a shot in hell of beating Trump, and I hated her.
Yeah, she's not my favorite.
She did when she was the prosecutor in California and San Francisco was hideous. She was a cunt. Okay, just she had good political connections. That's the only reason she got into the position she did. I didn't like Obama either. I haven't liked any president in my fucking lifetime. They've all sucked ass.
So this actually brings up an interesting question for Colorado Biker and Leo. You guys seem to be semi-politically active. Do you guys think first past the post is the real problem at the presidential level? Do you think if we did like ranked preference, that would be a better system?
Ranked choice voting? One of them, but
That's
ranked
one of the
choice
ways.
voting.
Yeah.
All state and federal level elections in the United States of America should be ranked choice.
Yeah, ranked choice is good, but I have another thing, but it'll never happen because
Abolish the Electoral College.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
The other thing that I have, and this one I think is would solve a lot of problems, is that anybody who runs for political office, okay, anybody at any level, okay, is prohibited from belonging to any organized political group. Okay, they cannot be a party. They cannot be a Democrat or a Republican or libertarian
Abolish
or
political
green.
parties.
Abolish all political parties. No. You can't do that.
Yeah,
they have their freedom of speech. They can
I don't
still
care.
exist and they can endorse candidates, but they cannot have any direct. They cannot have any direct involvement with anyone for any public office, because once you're going into that, you enter in what is called the public trust, because you need to be able to represent everyone. Okay. Oh, it'll never happen. It'll have to be a constitutional amendment.
Yeah. If only we heeded George Washington's warning about political parties.
I know his farewell address to Congress
exist.
is one of my favorite reads of all time, because he warned us about so much shit. Right.
They did Bernie wrong. They did Bernie wrong.
Well, Bernie Sanders is the exception. He's an independent.
Yeah.
That's
He ran as a
one
Democrat
thing
in
that I do respect
2016.
about him.
Yeah.
That's one thing I do respect about him, is he's a fucking independent, and he got into office.
And he got arrested right along everybody else in
Yes,
the
he did.
civil rights movement. And my dad loved that dude. And my entire life we have followed that dude.
And not only that, Gary Johnson got the most votes any independent candidate has had since George Washington.
Yeah. They didn't want Clinton. They
Yeah.
did not want Hillary Clinton. That's what I was talking about. They did him wrong. They did him wrong. Yeah. Yeah. But that doesn't make Trump any less of a douche.
Trump
It's why I laugh. It's why I laugh when people say that, like,
that's not even
the
the worst of
Democratic
it.
Party is some leftist political party. No, they're not.
they're
Why, if they're a leftist political party, are they doing everything they can to undermine the leftist Democratic candidate for New York City mayor and propping up the fucking
social
independent?
Yeah, and the socialist and the social democrat. And here's another thing. This is aside from all the other crap, okay, about Trump, the one thing that really sticks out to me, okay, is that there have been numerous organizations, but most notably the American Association of Psychiatrists and Psychologists have come out and said they have what's called a duty to warn. And they have basically shown that Trump is a malignant narcissist, a sociopath, okay, that should in no way, well, it's actually very common for a lot of people that are in large businesses, especially CEOs, CFOs, stuff like that, to be malignant narcissists and sociopaths and psychopaths. It's a very common thing. They warned. They are warning us against his authority, his bent for authoritarianism, and his inability.
No, he doesn't. I want to clarify. He does not. I want to clarify a comment from Quasar. They say give parties the power to remove the president on a vote of no confidence. We have that system here, and they remove 2 PMs in a term. No, because unlike the United Kingdom, in the United Kingdom, you don't vote for the prime minister.
Nope.
You vote for the party, and the party says if we win,
the
we will select or appoint this person to be the prime minister. Now, usually that person is selected before the election, and the party runs that person as a sort of candidate.
This is
but
who
you're
we're
not
going to.
voting
This is who we're going to
for
there.
the prime minister. You're voting for the party, but it is not like that in the United States. We directly vote
for the president. So I'm okay with this removing a president according to vote of no confidence, but not because the political party does it, because the people do it. It would have to be a referendum.
Yeah. And not only that, but I would like to see on every ballot for every position a vote of no confidence. And I guarantee you that if we had that on the next, say, the midterms, if every candidate or if every office had a ballot, or if every office on the ballot had a box that you could tick that said no, in other words, you don't like any of the candidates, no confidence would win the overwhelming majority of the most of them. Because people are sick and tired of all the bullshit and the partisanship, and they're just done with it. They don't want to see it anymore.
I'm not sure how true well,
no, it wasn't.
I'm not sure how true it is at the like representative and senator level that people would vote no confidence on their senator. People dislike Congress as a whole, but are generally kind of happy with their representation.
Yeah, they have like what Congress has what 17% approval rate.
Yeah, it's absolutely atrocious
It's
as a
abysmal.
whole, but individual
and yet have like a
representatives-
94% re-election rate.
Yeah, but most of the people that do that, that approve of them, they only approve of them because of political affiliation. It's not because of their policies or because of what they're doing. It's because, well, he's a Democrat or he's a Republican. That's the reason why I like him.
I don't disagree with that. That's definitely true.
We have not necessarily.
Assumed,
right? And that's the problem. And that's the problem, because we can't just have this false dichotomy. We have created a false dichotomy in our political system, okay, which leads to very, very poor decision making. We have had some real pieces of shit in office, and not just at the federal level, okay. At the state levels too. And the only reason Marjorie Taylor fucking Greene, Lauren Boebert, Jewish space lasers, anyone?
I will say though, had you come to me in 2022 and told me that, hey, come 2024, 2025, particularly 2025, you're gonna like disagree with John Fetterman on everything, and you're gonna like agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene on everything, I'd have slapped the shit out of you for saying that.
Yeah.
And now look where we're at.
We're slowly going into an authoritarian dictatorship. Yeah, an authoritarian regime and dictatorship. And
well, we are actively an authoritarian.
We are right now. We kind of
moving
have
closer
been
into outright fascism.
Yeah, we are. And DeFreak, do you even know what fascism is? Okay, what is it? Give me the definition. What?
I mean, being charitable, like, okay, like
maybe.
Well, that's more like oligarchy, or
that's
like
oligarchy. Yeah, that's
kleptocracy
not
or something. So fascism is a form. It's an ultranationalist, extremist right-wing movement characterized by dictatorial power, centralization of power, the suppression, the forced suppression of opposition, the targeting of political opponents. I think I already mentioned the centralization of power.
Yeah, you did.
And the regimentation of society alongside usually a strict set of traditional values and mores. Which is, I mean, all of this is exactly what the Trump administration is either doing or is trying to do.
And they were financing the Republicans just as much. They were equally, all of the businesses are financing both sides, because that way they're hedging their bets. It doesn't matter who gets elected, they still get their way.
One of the hallmarks of a fascist society is that it uses police action to suppress its different out groups.
Oh, and hey, let's put the National Guard in Chicago and San Francisco.
Let's mobilize the military against.
Yeah,
let's
start training the National Guard on crowd control now.
People in the United right and center. We're watching them actively militarize
doing
police
it right in
forces
front of
and
us.
activate military regiments for the purposes of suppression. It's fascist, dude. Like it's.
And not only that, but with people like Mahmoud Khalil and Rumeysa Ozturk, who were directly targeted and detained with no warrant and no probable cause simply for expressing certain opinions that the government didn't like. That is the targeting of political opponents, which is characteristic of fascism.
Yeah.
That's nope.
They're not.
Those are not government
You
agencies.
clearly aren't on Twitter because since Elon bought it, as somebody who's been using it since 2013,
Even
and what I can tell you is it has become nothing but just a disgusting right-wing cesspool.
Nope,
so
incorrect. Not government.
And it's funny because Elon Musk, you're talking about Twitter, but Elon Musk was a part of Trump's administration and funded his campaign, as did Mark Zuckerberg, who also donated to his inaugural fund and was present at his inauguration. The three single wealthiest, the three single wealthiest human beings on the planet sat behind Trump at his inauguration. Don't sit here and try to act like they're on the left.
Give a fuck.
They're not.
Oh my God.
That was never happening.
Hold on.
That was never happening.
Freak, even if they are suppressing them, it's on a private platform. They're business owners.
They're allowed to do that.
It's not. It's hold on. Stop. No. Freak, you gotta let me finish the point.
No, it wasn't.
Freak, you gotta let me
No,
finish.
it wasn't.
They were. They absolutely were not telling them to suppress these things. That is not true.
The Twitter files would know it. No,
It's
it
propaganda.
wasn't. He didn't expose anything but his own fucking ass and his own incompetence.
He doesn't know. Why are you letting him talk? Like this is all wrong. It doesn't mean the fucking federal government can do it.
Once again, he is repeating. He's just parroting talking points that he has heard on different media outlets, whether it be social media, whether it be mass media, or in print.
Yeah,
he's just parroting.
It's dumb. Who cares?
And not only that, but if someone owns a private platform, they have the control of it.
Absolutely.
They are the ones.
And they didn't tell him to fuck off. They didn't tell him to fuck off. They could have told him to fuck off, but they didn't.
Yep.
Companies
because
do it all the time. I worked for a company. I worked for a company that told the FBI to go fuck themselves. And it was like for shit. It was just there was no reason for them to be getting into this customer information.
Hold on, DeFreak, you made a claim there that they were threatening them. Do you have anything to substantiate threats being made to these people? So you're just making a baseless claim.
So he's repeating talking points. So he's repeating talking points.
DeFreak, you're making, just to confirm, just to confirm, we're in agreement here. You're making a baseless claim. You're making a baseless claim that it was threats that were being made then.
You would like it to be.
Oh, you figured it out. We got there. You got there. No, you figured it out.
But that's not what happened.
And even
not even
it's not what happened. What happened is people who were sharing outright misinformation and disinformation on the platform were removed from the platform because they were pushing dangerous and harmful information or they were being outright racist. It just so happens that the kinds of people who do that are fucking right-wingers. They didn't target them because they were right-wing. It just happens that the people that they were targeting for being openly fucking racist on the platform happened to be right-wingers because the kind of people who were openly fucking racist are right-wingers. Yes, it is. No, there's not. Name one. Name one.
DeFreak, you know that I literally have to make sure that if they say they're a theist, I literally have to sit here and like watch them and keep my mouse covered over them when I'm bringing up a new person on stage But if it's an atheist, I just put them on full screen. No, it's not.
No.
No. It's because
Do you?
Because theists drop slurs, they do all sorts of crazy shit. They try to win with power. They try to cancel people through power. So they try to use a platform to display slurs and all sorts of other stuff that'll get them banned.
Praise I Am lies all the fucking time.
Oh, that joke? He's a joke. No, yeah, he is.
Yeah, but when atheists troll, they come in and they kind of just like make fun of you. When theists troll, they flash their testicles on screen. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's a order of magnitude difference. There's an order of magnitude difference between them.
No.
Yeah, it's called the internet.
Here we go with the both sidesism.
It's called the internet.
Did anybody say that it's never happened? Did anybody say that? So you're saying I just said that? Can you pull up the stream? Can you pull up the
Citation
stream
needed.
and share with us where I said that, please?
Citation needed.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you a question, DeFreak? Why do you want the Antichrist as the president of the United States?
Yeah, that makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Accelerationism, stupid Christian theology.
Yeah, Zionism.
You think that having
Jesus, I want you
Donald
right now.
Trump, you think that your opinion that Donald Trump is the Antichrist is
he
evidence
gonna open
to
the
have
seventh
him in
seal?
office? Like that you think that he's going to bring about revelation because you think he's the Antichrist? So why not let him do it somewhere else? So why support him as the president of your nation instead of letting him go about his antichrist behavior in a different place than the Oval Office?
And wouldn't it have to
Because
be
he
done
can
in
do as much
Jerusalem?
damage as possible in the Oval Office, and that's what DeFreak wants.
Well, let me ask you. All right, so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If you think he's the Antichrist, why don't you think he can be guilty of all the heinous crimes that he's been convicted of and now is under investigation for?
And currently committing.
Yeah, how can he be the Antichrist and also you deny his involvement in all of these terrible behaviors? So he's not the is he not the Antichrist? So is but you believe he's the Antichrist. So you're actively defending the Antichrist from accusation. Why are you supporting him or protecting him from accusations if you know that he's the Antichrist?
But even if he's not, doesn't it benefit your Antichrist like line of thinking to say that he did? Okay, so well, hold on, DeFreak. Objectively, would the Antichrist do the things that? Yeah, would the Antichrist do that? Is that something the Antichrist would do? Does that sound like something the Antichrist would do? Is that something the
Yeah.
Antichrist would do, though? No, would the
He met
Antichrist do it,
her.
though?
He met her through Epstein.
Well, let's talk hypothetically. Would the Antichrist do that thing? Okay, but hypothetically, if the Antichrist was real, would he do that thing?
Alrighty,
Which
folks,
he
I'm out of here.
clearly does.
Could the Antichrist go
Yeah.
soft?
Okay, so that's evidence against him being the Antichrist because he is clearly infatuated with women. It all could be. You're the one saying he's the Antichrist.
You didn't think about that first, dude? What the hell, man?
No, he does not. Daniel 10 through 12 will never be fulfilled. It will never be fulfilled. It will never be fulfilled. It is impossible.
No, he doesn't. He would have to claim to be God. He would have to claim to be God to be.
That was supposed to happen hundreds, if not thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
That has hundreds or thousands. That has already had its chance to pass, and it did not pass. It cannot be fulfilled anymore.
Jesus was supposed to return before any of his disciples tasted of death. I think he's a little late.
He said some, not all, but some.
Well, yeah, some. Yeah, sorry. But yeah.
So everything's a spiritual fulfillment now, right?
Wait, so
then the temple
Jesus
the temple window is gone. It has to be a spiritual temple now. It doesn't make any
It cannot
sense.
be an actual physical temple.
Yeah, it's never going to happen. And even if people sacrifice animals, you are just like projecting your book across the entire globe. I bet you call the Old Testament instead of the Jewish texts. You are literally taking your beliefs and building them off of someone that you denounce, the Jewish people, and then you're trying to like affirm a bunch of these weird predictions based upon the Jewish text, which doesn't acknowledge Jesus as even a prophet, but definitely not a Messiah. He fulfilled no prophecies whatsoever, and any of the ones that you're going to say are fulfilled later on, they're not fulfilled yet. Jesus is not the Messiah.
Your own book refutes you.
That's not what I said. I said that you're hijacking someone else's text. No. What about what? Those what? Those are interpretive?
And that's the problem with it. That's the problem with it, because nobody can actually nail anything down.
Tell me one he fulfilled. Jesus. That text did not say virgin, and she was already pregnant. No, that was Mary.
I'd be more inclined to believe it if it was a woman that came out.
Yeah.
Well, because genetically, when two two people have sex, there's an X chromosome and a Y chromosome potentially, or an X chromosome and an X chromosome potentially. So that's why we end up with boys and girls. So if there's a boy, that means there has to be a boy involved in the process for a Y chromosome to show up. But if like, I don't know the right word for it, but if she did parthenogenesis, then it's possible that a girl comes out because she has two X
it'd be almost certain that it would be female.
Yeah.